Doctor?
Yo, what up, what up, what up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like and share, like and share, like and share so we can get this thing out everywhere. Because anywhere in the world you could be, was just chose to be right here with me to be a BGOG. And I appreciate y'all pull up on me. What's going on, man? Shout out to everybody in the building. Andre, what's up? Kid Klaus, what up? Pro Style One, what up? Tequila Sipper, what up? Rum, what up? And Pro Style, yeah, man. So the difference it makes, and it just takes time, is that your videos get put in a different algorithm, right? So because YouTube is trying to push vertical and vertical and vertical so much, even if you don't get a lot of views during the stream, if you catch the algorithm for the vertical, your views blow the fuck up huge because that's what they're promoting. So yeah, it makes a difference. It just takes time, and you gotta find whatever it is, be it what content or whatever it is, in order to hit that algorithm for it to pick up. So yeah, it helps you on subs, but even more so than after subs is the views, right? So yeah, it helps. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. We got man Albert C in here. What's up? Brother, brother, brother. Yes, indeed, man. On a good Sunday. On a Sunday. Yes, Lord. Yes, yes, yes. We ain't doing, I don't know. Well, I mean, today they talking about church a lot. So I don't know, Pastor Tastic might come out this morning, okay? Pastor Tastic might take a visit to the pulpit this early Sunday. Yes, 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 brother. Yes. Shout out to KP. KP, what up, fam? Georgia, what up, man? GA. Valet, you got it, man. Hey, bro, you say you had smoke? Now, hey, it ain't hard to find. You want to set this thing up? We have debate about whatever it was. I forget what the comment was, but you know what I'm saying? You say you disagree with something. But hey, by all means, man, hey, you know how to get to me, man. We can have a talk. We can talk it out. But anyway, man, hey, let's get into it. So again, I found out about a lot of this stuff due to content strategy, right? And shout out to Anton Daniels. Hey, had a wonderful, wonderful debate with the dude Yada Awakening. Okay, Yoda. Yada, Yoda, same thing. The nigga Lil, he just ain't green, right? And the Yada Awakening guy is, the ultra simp, right? The Yada Awakening guy is the biggest issue and problem with black men, and as to how black men have difficulty accepting a lot of the BS, the bare minimum, the when it comes to the dating and mating market. I keep trying to tell you guys, okay, and I stand on this. I. Okay, I'm saying I on purpose, and have been the loudest voice of how black men's condition is not everyone else, especially when it comes to dating, mating, relationships. Okay, me, I said that. Said it first. Said it loudest. Okay. Now again, well, nigga, this is what I'm saying. I'm talking about specifically to that point. I keep hearing say, women are women and women, men everywhere else have to deal with women. No, it's not the same effect because there's no other group of men as to where the women are elevated above them. The women are seen as the leaders. Big mama, mama. You know what I'm saying? The matriarchal fucking, praise, feminist archetype of where everything got to go through her. We was just talking about this the other day. What did I say? I was talking about somewhere else, right? But I forget what it was. But either way, soul food, right? Everybody remembers the Big Mama yarn. Well, how did Big Mama get there? Big Mama had how many kids? Vanessa Williams, Vivica Fox. I forget the young girl. Was it 3 or 4 of them? It was 3 girls, right? Oh, it was on. No, that was that Nia Long? It was Nia Long, right? Nia Long played the young girl, right? My memory escapes me. But was it 3? Was it 3 girls or was it 4 of them? It was 3 girls, right? Yeah. You heard about Big Mama, right? But you never heard Big Daddy mentioned at all. Pause. You never pop, okay? Or granddad or whatever. Whoa. RIP to Heavy D, by the way. Hey man, shout out to Cash Waste Disposal, brother. Greatly appreciate you, brother, for the 5, man. I greatly appreciate you guys coming in that collection plate in the giving spirit early on a Sunday, brother. Greatly appreciate you. I appreciate it, man. Like, hey, I'm almost old, man. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever. But either way, we go through these things, man. And like you said, the archetype is set. And even in the situations with the daughters, the women were the leaders. Y'all understand some of the most iconic movies in the black movies, quote unquote, right? Especially as you got further away from the 90s, you had this shift. And what happened, what we know happened in the 90s, the divorce boom pretty much peaked early 90s. And then everything after that, you had these major single mom, I don't need no nigga, I can do bad all by myself. Even the baby mama-ism. Y'all know one of the biggest baby mama-ism movies that kicked it all everything off, right? What was it? What was one of the biggest black movies of all time that really jump-started the baby mama-ism? And what we talk about, the Pookie and the Ray Rays, the 80-20, you know what I'm saying? All that good shit or whatever. No, not Precious, brother. Way before that. Way before Precious, brother. Precious is late in the game. Precious is almost personified and perfected. No, way before Baby Boy. See, y'all think back. 90s. Remember I told you, got to frame it with the time period. We talking early. No, Baby Boy neither. No. That's personified. That's perfecting. That's improving the craft. Let me help y'all out, man. Waiting to exhale. Now, Pro Style, you just trolling on this one, brother. Waiting to exhale. Well, no, don't be a menace and Boys in the Hood were not promoting the baby mama-ism because it was actually John Singleton did a great job in Boys in the Hood. I don't know who directed Menace to Society, but you literally had the father being the savior and the hero in both those movies in the films. And think about the timing, right? Think about the timing. That was early 90s, and what Boys in the Hood was late 80s. Boys in the Hood was like late 80s. Menace to Society had to be early 90s, correct? Yeah, thank you. Furious Styles, man, was he was I'll say the co-protagonist in that thing, of course, with Trey being, the main focus. But you had a father that was teaching his son about, what I'm saying? Hey, safe sex, responsibility, controlling your anger, thinking. He even criticized the mama of his best friend, the way she, what I'm saying, the way she raised her children and the way she went about having her children, all these different things. You know what I'm saying? So it was a juxtaposition. So no, the baby mama wasn't being praised. She was pretty much being criticized. And it was really showing you, you know what I mean, the detriment of that, right? Then you move on to Menace to Society, same thing. Trey, not Trey. What was buddy's name in Menace to Society? I don't know. But either way, the main character in that one, right? He lived with his grandmother and grandfather, and the grandfather was the voice of reason. The grandfather was the authority, to the point of where the grandmother wanted to save him, and the grandfather said, no. If he does not abide by my rules, he will not stay in my house. Skip forward a little bit though to, shit. I mean, Sex in the City kind of owed them a little check if you think about it, right? You skip on the Waiting to Exhale. All except one. Okay. All except one. And man, no disrespect to Loretta Devine. I think it's her name, Loretta Devine. I'm pretty sure that's her name. The thicker one, right? But you had 3 highly attractive women, accomplished, all this shit, right? One of them married. I think Loretta Devine, was she a widow? I don't know if she was a widow, but I know that the daddy died, right? And you have Whitney Houston out here giving that pussy up to whoever and whatever. The main focus of the thing was like sex and women's liberation. Then, of course, you have the black woman that was done wrong by this nigga for the white woman. That white woman. And then you have Layla Rashawn and her, Lord Jesus, man. I don't think, man, listen. Damn you, lupus. Okay. Y'all curing everything else. Cure lupus. Okay. Layla Rashawn, man, that's, oh Lord. Bro, Layla Rashawn was so damn fine, bro. You know what's crazy about, like I said, she was always just an accessory character, but that just goes to show you how far beauty can take you. But either way, Layla Rashawn was the single, young, hot, whatever. She can get whatever she wants and so on and so forth. She the player. You know what I'm saying? She play with that pussy. You feel me? And what she end up doing? Out of all the niggas she could have had, nigga, she was fine. Nigga, she was fine in motherfucking Waiting to Exhale. Hell, you talking about? Nah, FC, I'll pass, brother. I'll pass. But look, and at the end of the day, what happened to her? What happened to Layla Rashawn's character at the end of the movie? Out of all the men she could have picked, out of all the dudes trying to pursue her, right? She chose the crackhead nigga that was a motherfucking mama's boy. That was a son husband. She arguing with a crackhead over her balcony because what she did, she let the nigga nut in her. As fine as she was, she let a ain't shit junkie nut in her and get her pregnant. And I think she decided to keep the baby. Remember? That right there was the motherfucking jumpstart into the promotion of baby mama-ism. I don't need no man. These niggas ain't shit, and everything else. And then, of course, you had your baby boys, your Preciouses. What's another big one I'm missing, y'all? Precious. It was one more that happened recently. I forget, but it'll come to me, right? But stuff like that, right? Albert C, brother, hey, I ain't saying that nigga was wrong. I'm saying she was, because
Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, Okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Yes, indeed. Yes. She getting all of it. Cree says, no, she was pregnant. Was she pregnant about Leon's character? It was Leon? They made it seem like it was the junkie dude because she was dealing with him last, right? But Cree, I'll take your word for it, love. I'll take your word for it. You definitely more of an expert than me. Because was she dealing with Leon? Whitney Houston was dealing with the Allstate nigga. So no, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Leon was, yeah. Okay. Well, still, Leon, ain't nobody came to see you, Otis. Same thing. That nigga didn't have nothing going on. Same shit. Tall, look good, all this other shit, as went by women's standards. And she let him nut in her raw, get her pregnant. And she said, hey, yeah, I'm keeping the baby. I'm gonna raise it on my own. This nigga ain't shit or whatever, but I got a baby and I'm gonna deal with it. You know what I'm saying? The same difference. In the meantime, between time, still, even if she didn't get pregnant by the nigga, she was fucking him. Nose all motherfucker. Nigga nose running in the summertime all the time. Hey, he on that powder. Not the powder. That powder. You know what I'm saying? I blame 3-6 Mafia. 3-6 Mafia made that powder shit cool for niggas. You know what I'm saying? It used to be a point in time where the only drug that was, acceptable, widely accepted and cool was weed. Nah, y'all niggas done got too far off the trail now. Niggas doing powder, mushrooms, all kinds of crazy shit, man. Y'all dealing with that synthetic boy on that motherfucking fentanyl. That motherfucking boy to the motherfucking infinity power.
This ain't no weed, Ray. And we ain't snorting no bitch. This is boy.
Boy. Yeah, Creed, listen, but hey, he was, again, tall and, whatever, I guess, so on and so forth. And, all right, Nolan, sure. Allergies for the springtime, nigga, not no summer. You goddamn sniffling in motherfucking, I can give you May or June, but July and August, I already know, brother. Booger sugar. You ain't fooling me. Yeah. He got them. Yeah, exactly, Mr. KP. You got motherfucking, you got allergies, all right. White pollen. So yeah, hey, shout out to Bubba. Hey, HF3, man. Listen, hey, that snouting, not snorting. He was snorting the cocaine. Yes, they snorted. No, snouting that powder. Yeah, that boy be in the bathroom too long. Then he come out of there with all this white stuff around the rim of his nostrils. I don't know who eats powdered donuts in the bathroom, and he be so energetic. He just be so full of energy after he come out of that. No, grandma, made no powdered donuts. There ain't no donuts, grandma. But we don't worry about it. We gonna talk to him. Yeah, that boy be jumping off. He can't sit still or nothing. What kind? Can I get some of them donuts? Where they sell them at? Where they sell them? Grandma, we talk. Don't worry about it. We got you, grandma. All right, don't worry about it. That's too many questions. Bring this nigga. Hey, it was. I could have swore I had $10 in my purse, but my memory bad. I don't know what but I don't know now. Hey, man, y'all know ain't nobody doing like me to BABG, man. Hit the motherfucking like button for me, man. Hey, if y'all like this shit, man, share this shit. Like it, share it, tell a friend about it. Hey, man, ain't nobody motherfucking doing this shit like you, boy. Y'all know this, man. Come on now. We talking about. Come on. Would you bait on the same profession like Antonio Yada with another YouTuber? Of course, Premium Network, you know that, bro. Hell yeah, one-on-one, so on and so forth, bro. I'm with it. Matter of fact, I was gonna do this. Shout out to Anton, bro. Again, hey, it is what it is. Me and him had a little whatever. He said he apologized. I accept his apology. Just move on. I don't stick in beef. I don't whatever. Anton came to my shit 3 years ago. I literally got it pulled up to use this as reference. And one thing, that's why I give credit for Anton. We really get into it. Anton, for the most point, has not changed his stance. He definitely hasn't changed his stance on marriage. I think he's come to a lot of the realization, though, and the understanding, and now he's saying what I have been saying, okay? And a lot of other black men have started to say. But again, I'm the only person that said it was never a black man's fault, ever. It never was. The black man not being there, not being a father, not, working, being lazy, not providing for the family, not protecting, hey, getting these women pregnant and then just switching up and changing up and fucking leaving in the, in the midst of the night and, making more and more families was set as the standard. That's never what it was. Even most importantly, the down low brothers, they down low out here, spreading around these diseases and shit. And blah, blah, blah. No, ma'am. He wasn't down low. You knew he was fucking niggas, bro. You knew that man was having sex with men the first time you saw a motherfucking, fecal matter in the front of his drawers. In a perfectly round. This nigga, whoa. Women do the laundry. Like you see these perfectly round brown circles in the front of this man's underwear and he lispy. He a lispy nigga. Ma'am, you mean to tell me you couldn't tell? I told y'all, it's crazy to me how black women, especially the world's greatest detectives. Now, nigga, you work 13.75 miles away from the house. 13.75, okay? Right? That means your round trip there and here should be $27.50. I looked out there at that odometer. It was 40 miles. Now, you stopping at the gas station along the way ain't gonna change that. Yeah, because see, you most people go to the same one. Where was you at, nigga? Now, you can either tell me or I can triangulate your location. And this is back in like the 80s, nigga. Wasn't no Google Maps, nigga. You had a physical map. Black women had a motherfucking what you call that shit? A compass and a protractor. Remember the shit you got for math and you never ever used it? Nigga, the protractor and the motherfucking shit you put on with the pencil and you. I know she in another motherfucking 13-mile radius, nigga. Now you can either tell me or I can go find her ass. What you gonna do? They could do all of that shit when it come to a nigga dealing with some more pussy. But you mean to tell me you couldn't tell this nigga was doing the same? You won't want to do the same thing for some pussy? Clearly, this nigga was out here motherfucking doing the bending. Without a doubt.
Are you gay?
How you gonna ask me a question like that?
How do you marry a woman and then turn around and let a man bend you over?
Ain't nobody bending me over.
Oh, so you doing the bending?
Great, one of the greatest lines ever, man. You doing the bend? So you doing the bending? Yes, y'all know these niggas been bent. Anyway, those men were never straight. They were making it seem like these straight black family men were secretly out here having sex with other men and then bringing disease back to their wives. Baby, newsflash, they was never straight. They were gay men impersonating straight men. And I gotta make sure I say straight black man. Everything I'm talking about is straight black man and don't want. Blame Tyrone, blame Jermaine. It's a black man, the straight black man's fault. That's who I'm talking about. We have been lied to. We've literally been raised and propagandized into believing this. The black man at its core. That's why you have people like Yada Awakening talking about, oh, well, you need to be able to take care of yourself and, take on a queen and take care of everything else she needs. That's your whole purpose in manhood, is to get a woman and provide everything for her. And she just be there to bask and grow in your greatness and all that. Nigga, shut the fuck up. You go back 2 generations, man, okay? Even when they was having 10 and 13 kids, the dad worked, the mom worked. Whether it was a mom going out and babysitting white folks' kids, whether it was a mom motherfucking knitting and sewing, selling fruits out of her garden or whatever it may have been, the man and the woman financially contributed to the household because they had to. And they had to even when she was super dirt cheap. So you mean to tell me now that we're at the peak of fucking cost of living, only one side of the fucking relationship supposed to bear 100% of the burden when the first thing a bitch gonna tell you is, oh, relationships ain't supposed to be 50-50. They're supposed to be 100-100. I bitch will apply that to motherfucking finances. I agree wholeheartedly. Now help me with some money. Help me. Help me with that money, baby. Now again, like I said, I told you, remember, listen. Oh man, them just internet talking point, man. Ain't nobody talking about this shit in real life. They just shit y'all niggas say on the internet. Bruh, this fucking thing became so big. I seen people within the sector talk about it. I seen way more people outside of the sector talk about this debate, this interview, than anybody that's around here that knows something about this shit. For black people, I would say at a 70% rate, all these topics and things that get discussed, you know, the fucking roulette wheel of black talking points, is that because black men have finally had the balls to come out and speak about it publicly. Niggas are tired of this shit. Niggas are tired of fucking taking the blame, of not being appreciated, of it never being enough. Tired. You have a few of us that's willing to get out here and motherfucking say that shit without the fears of, hey man, well, you know, if I say that, man, hey, these hoes ain't gonna fuck me, man. You know, I don't want to come off with no incel. I want to come off as angry. I want to come off, nigga. Listen, baby. I said what I said. Yeah. So what? Hey, shout out to Cam. If you fuck, no, not Cam. Well, no, Cam. Shout out to Cam first. You gonna suck it or not? And then switch it up to motherfucking Jada Kiss. Is we fucking or what? Okay? Because then I can go like Juvenile, baby. Listen, let's say I'm in a room with a bitch and I hold on fuck like a man. I'm going to beat my meat and get my fucking nut for sure. Hey, baby, I got some lotion or some oil around here some way. You just let me know. I ain't no pussy crook around here. I ain't taking no pussy now. No. All right? But I let it be well known, baby. Hey, in my house, you know, I like to walk around here, you know, in my essence. You know what I'm saying? The Balls Johnson, baby. You already know. All right? And if you step through that bedroom door threshold, be prepared to be blessed with that pole, baby. You hear me?
Don't let every man hit the bottom of your vagina, the root of your vagina.
But they don't know about the bottom. They don't know about the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, baby, I got to get to the bottom, baby. You know that. That's the only way, baby. Got to get to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And after you get to that bottom, every time you see it after that.
Yes, Daddy, come get this cooch. It's hot and ready like a Little Caesar's pizza, baby. Hot and moist. You're going to have to lay me on a towel. Let me bend these legs back like a paper clip, bitch. Daddy, come get this cat.
Hey, that brother, that's why you get to the bottom of that pussy. Hey, man, shout out to motherfucking Coach Greg Adams, man. I ain't saying Coach Greg Adams stole my shit. I ain't not saying that. I ain't saying that, Coach Greg. But I'm saying somebody some way done told you about getting to the bottom around here, brother. I was in Guatemala and I saw motherfucking Coach Greg Adams talking about getting to the bottom. Damn, that sound familiar. Don't you? I ain't see nobody. All you do is talk about pussy and no. Nigga, if Coach Greg Adams can do it, nigga, I can do it too, nigga. And I'm the one. I am Mr. Get to the bottom of that pussy. You hear me? So shout out to Coach Greg Adams, man. Y'all niggas better be out here. Well, you know, her pleasure should be my pleasure. All right, nigga. Okay. All right, nigga. But anyway, man, let's get into this interview. Where we at? Where at? And it's a long interview. Of course, we're not gonna cover the whole thing, but I'm gonna try to hit some of the points in the shit that I've seen so far, right? some of the crucial points. Now they started off heavy with like Bible this and Bible that or whatever, but let me see where we at. It was like 40 something. So let's jump here just to give like a basis. 1.5. There we go. Cool. Fair use, fair use. By the way, shout out to the guys that hardly initiated, and let's go.
All praise is due to the Most High, and I want to pray real quick if you don't mind.
Let's go. People, because we both have money, we both have resources. So let's remove that from the table. I speak to the majority, not the minority. And
now, again, this is the problem I have with Anton, right? Now he says he speaks to the majority but minority, but he always make sure to, Anton's a money nigga. Anton's always been a money nigga. All right. So again, he understands the power of money, especially over black people, over niggas, right? Because that's one thing that gets you qualified. Oh, nigga, shut your broke ass up, nigga. You broke. Big bank take little bank is, that's a black folks game, right? So he speaks of it, he says this, but then the first thing he talks about, I'll show you guys later, is the benefits that, the people that benefit the most from marriage are usually extremely, extremely wealthy men that have women that really don't work at all, or so on and so forth. And you're able to, play with the tax code, right? I don't want to say play. Take advantage of tax code and take advantage of, things that are allowed for businesses, LLCs and whatnot, S corporations or your company, whatever it may be, right? Have your structure. And because she does not work or she's your employee, now you're able to save money that way. Okay. I would say 95% of people that are thinking about getting married are never, ever going to be in that situation. Okay. 95% of people are never going to be in a situation as to where they're able to take advantage of a Roth IRA or what's the damn thing you can do? Making your spouse and your children an employee, all these different things. You know what I'm saying? Most people are not. So as right as he is, again, all the examples he can give for a man as a benefit is most likely not going to be attainable. Right? You know what? I got to say this, right? Everybody wanted to be, as a kid, you want to be in the NBA or the NFL. And, you watching, whether it's Jordan, Iverson, Kobe, Vince Carter, nowadays, LeBron, whoever, right? Emmitt Smith, Deion Sanders, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. Nowadays you got, damn, why I can't think about his name. The quarterback for the Ravens, right? Whoever it may be, right? We all have the aspirations or getting to the highest level. Everybody think they can do, you pull off that one motherfucking move on the court or on the field and nigga, you him, right? Then you realize though, man, hey, the closer and closer you get is actually the motherfucking further and further away, and the less and less your chances are. I heard Deion Sanders saying the other day, he said 95% of y'all, 99% of y'all are not gonna make it to the next level. These are grown men playing for the University of Colorado, right? All right. Playing for Colorado. And he has to tell them, hey, I need y'all to be focused on this classroom and getting your classwork done because 99% of y'all are not gonna make it to the next level. That's the same thing when it comes to this marriage shit, bro. 99% of men are never going to be in a position as to where they're extremely wealthy and they're able to take advantage of making their Lamar Jackson. Appreciate your Albert. Hey, Dub. Shout out to Dub, man. 478 in the building. I appreciate y'all, man. Right? I can't give Pat Mahomes no love. They would say he a half nigga. You know what I'm saying? I had the name, and I can't be showing no light skinned nigga love over, dark skinned niggas too. So, but what was I saying? Oh yeah. Most men are not going to be able to benefit from these things. But at the same time, you need most men to be in families. You need most men to be fathers. You need most men to be the head of the household and the leaders. You need most men to be the protectors. You need most men to be deterrent for predators. Okay? All right? I keep telling y'all, this is another thing, the black community. One of the biggest reasons and I'm saying I think or I feel, right, purposely, the LGBT community has had such a boom in the black community is because the fathers weren't there to scare the shit out of, okay, or beat the shit out of, child molesters, child predators, pedophiles. That's the reason you've had this extreme rise. Because again, at one point in time, they would tell you this, and that's the reason why they took it out. And a lot of people are saying this, and a lot of people are coming, bro. The LGBT community is based in motherfucking, the children. This is why you had a big focus on, T people and transitioning and all this shit and all. They're propagandizing the fucking children and brainwashing the children into the shit, because if you get them okay with it, now it's the standard. Okay. So once you understand that if you remove the father, who's the protector and the deterrent for fucking predators, people, adult people, men and women both, but mostly the men, right? All right. Well, now it's free reign for the fucking predators. Free reign, bro. Yeah, listen, yeah, no damn way. Man, get that brother fucker out of my face.
And when you are 20, 21, 22 years old, especially if you are a person that's looking to become a man, you are supposed to fail in controlled environments, meaning that your father is not even supposed to give you everything. He's supposed to give you what you need in order to be successful. My father was able to buy me a car, but he told me that I had to earn it and work for it because I valued it more.
Shout out to Anton, man. Like I said, and this is why I tell y'all, bro, we are the motherfucking the last hope, the last of a dying breed or whatever. After us, bro, there is very little to know. My father this, my father that, my father taught me, my father instilled, my father instructed, my father didn't let me, my father, that's very, very rare. Listen, my son, I had a beater. I had like a little beater car I was running around in, and hey, my son needed a car, son and daughter. But hey, my son came up here, so I told him, hey, look, you come up here. I drove down there to get him, so on and so forth. And he gets back. I'm like, hey, you driving the car back home. Now, this ain't nothing brand new. It's a beater. The car had 200,000 miles on it, right? You know what I'm saying? 200,000 miles, little Chevy Sonic. And, of course, it had its issues and problems, but it had more issues and problems once his ass got it. I'm driving around, ain't no problem. Nothing. Everything's good. Everything's cool. Soon as his ass get it, smoking. The damn, he had to change the thermostat. You do all these things. And hey, maybe it's just time because, every time, over time, everything fails. And you know what he had to do? He had to fix all this shit himself. And giving my son something that he had to work on and work for in order to keep and maintain, not only does it give him appreciation of it, right? It gives him skills that he's going to need as a man later on somewhere down the line. Now, of course, I don't know how many times he called me and, we FaceTime and I'm like, boy, turn the damn camera on. Just show me what you're talking about. Show me. Right. And now I'm instructing him and passing on my wisdom and knowledge of, mechanics and whatnot, what have you. Right. For him to be able to do something, in the spur of the moment or later on in time and all these different things. There's very little to know. Hey, do this, do that. It's probably this, it's probably that. What is it doing? Diagnosing things on the fly, right? People don't understand how crazy that is, bro. One of the things that got me pretty much my reputation and my respect during my time in the Navy was if you tell me what's going wrong, I know the system enough to understand what's going on and why is it not happening. Could be a wiring, most likely not as a component. It could be a fucking it could be a circuit breaker. They tell you first, that's the thing we tell, and a lot of people don't even understand. Hey, keep it simple, stupid. When it comes to figuring out and fixing some shit, most likely not. Like for your car, you don't have a circuit breaker, but you have fuses, right? A circuit breaker is just a complex fuse that you can reset, pretty much, right? If you get a power surge or something going through a system, and it in order for the system to save itself and not blow up a component, the circuit breaker trip. Usually the circuit breaker is tripping due to a short to ground or a wiring issue where something is touching something that shouldn't be touching, or you have an internal failure of whatever the component that the circuit breaker pretty much ends up at, right? So over time, you come to understand that as you get used to doing the what's the name? Y'all welcome, you welcome, you welcome. Hey, you got any airplanes that need to be fixed? Holla at your boy. All right, airplanes, helicopters, I got you. But over time, with the experience, you learn, you know what I'm saying, the most common thing that's going to happen. Every now and again, you get something that's wild, crazy, and so on and so forth. There's just like some shit you never ever seen before. And then it recurs like, you know, less than 1% of the time. But if you ever see it again, you are the person with the motherfucking secret of knowing exactly what the fuck it is. No, it can't be that. It can't be that. The fucking system say la la la. All right, man, listen. Y'all gonna waste a lot of money. Y'all gonna waste a lot of time. I'm telling you, I seen this shit motherfucking 4 years ago, and this is what the fuck it is. We done everything else. I looked at the schematic, I ran it down, whatever. This is what it is. I'm telling you. And lo and behold, you're right. All right. But shout out to Anton, man. What he's saying right now is definitely facts.
Then extended to every single thing that I touch, including the woman. See, my wife is here. My wife travels with me. She knows me. She understands me, right? And so at 20, 21, 22 years old, you're supposed to be broke. Unless you're doing something that you ain't supposed to do in order to get it, you're supposed to be building. You're supposed to be understanding each other. It's a storming, a norming, a forming situation. And in no circumstance do you ever come into it fully understanding who the person is, regardless of whether you're a man or a woman. And so when we start to look at what God has ordained to be great, the purpose of a man, it's not just to give spirituality and leadership. It's to understand. The first thing that the word says, in everything that you do, you get understanding. And everything you do, you get understanding. I don't even know her. I don't even know you. Everybody is out here dating, everybody running around, everybody doing everything. They're giving themselves to each other. We think that money or resources or what you can do or what you can offer a person is supposed to make up for all the insecurities and the problems and the issues that you have in your childhood. What have you solved for?
Now, this is where I get to the point of where Anton is speaking unrealistically. Okay? You know, and I know he's speaking from a Christian-based, biblically based thing and so on and so forth, but bro, that time has changed. And if you understand the Bible, right? You understand the Bible tells you that, you know what I mean? It lets you know, in the time of fucking, what we're in, right? And sex is no longer currency. Okay? Sex is no longer currency, man. You know what I'm saying? At least not like it used to be. Sex was motherfucking the basis and the currency for families, societies, all these different things. Now, sex is fun. Sex is convenience. Sex is hell, I'm bored. You're not going to change that, bro, in our lifetime. It's not. And again, like I said, if you understand the prophecy and what the Bible tells you is going to be, this is how it's supposed to be. So I mean, talking against it, it's just like when y'all bring up the thing like, well, in the Middle East, and then they're like, bro, are you going to move there? Because that's the only way you're going to get the shit, Muslim women in a Muslim country, in a Muslim culture that don't even, why are you even talking about that here in the United States of America, where it's peak fucking feminism at its toxic and most worst possible form, right? So yeah, everybody's gonna keep giving themselves to other people and so on and so forth, bro, or whatever. So this is why I say to young niggas, bro, operate safely. Of course, if you have a religious or background or whatever, so on and so forth, by all means, man, hey, get in the Bible, read it. Please understand, again, fornication is not just having sex, casual sex. No, fornication is shot to hemp for going down. It's like immoral shit. Don't fuck your family. Don't fuck animals. Don't fuck brothers. Okay, don't be a brother fucker. That's the fornication aspect of it. Not just out here having casual sex with fucking women and so on and so forth, bro. Whores existed in the Bible. Okay, remember we just talked about fucking Gomer, and fucking Hosea. Gomer was a hoe. She was a harlot. So we know for a fact that, even in the greatest cities or whatever, the most holy cities, you still had whores. There's always been shit as to where men were going to get sexual gratification. God understood that. Well, I'm not going to say what God understood. Let me take that back. Forgive me, Lord. Okay, I'm not going to speak on behalf of God. But God made man a certain way. So how and why would you just punish men when, again, the greatest men of even the Bible couldn't handle their sexual desires? Batman, what up, brother? Long time no see, man. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Whoa, brother. Whoa, Eric, brother. Well, dub, it's still valuable. It's just to the fact where you know, it's a penny versus a dollar. The market is oversaturated with pussy, man. Because that's what women use first. Women put their pussy first in order, you know what I'm saying, as advertisement, right? But what they don't understand is now to the point of where a man is like, okay, well, listen, y'all made it this way. Y'all wanted it this way. Sexual liberation, all this shit. Well, baby, you got to give it to me. You know what I'm saying? No, shout out, shout out to Jay-Z, man. Giving that funk, that sweet, that nasty, that gushy stuff. Don't bullshit me, baby. Give it to me. I need that. And as long as you guys, you know, agree or whatever, you know, chemistry, whatever, all so on and so forth, whatever, a lot of physical attraction. Hey, fair exchange, no robbery. But you can't tease me, baby. I can't listen. No, I got options. You can give me the pussy or not. I'm not finna chase you for it. I'm not finna beg you for it. That shit over with. Ain't no key sweat over here, baby. No, There you go, telling me no again. There you go. No, no, baby. All right, cool. You get to me, you get to me. I'm not finna beg you. You know what I'm saying?
Right? Do you have problems in your childhood? Do you even have a father? Do you know what it means to be a man? It's a lot of women that's raising men to be feminine because they're in single parent households, right? How does that look? What does it look like when you get into a situation with a woman that has a child out of wedlock already, and then she still has to deal with the father? How do you deal with that? See, these are the questions that he can't answer for you, because the only thing he talks about is pandering. I'm talking about context. I'm talking about substance. I'm talking about spirituality. I'm talking about praying together. I'm talking about building. You're supposed to get married when you're young because it prevents you from sinning and finding yourself with all of these bodies and these soul ties that ultimately carry with you for the rest of your life. And then you start to see every single man, and you can't take it out of your memory with the person that you wind up being with. Most women have skipped over the man that they're supposed to be with.
Now, again, the other problem I have with this, right, is that Anton is going to alienate a lot of people, right? Even though his message is in good faith and he's trying to give sound logic. According to what he's saying, it's all on par. People living the Christian lifestyle and everything that he's talking about, so on and so forth, again, very, very few and far in between, right? Now, if you say you believe in the Bible, Christian principle, and so on and so forth, that's how you're supposed to live your life. But for the most part, even the pastors in the church will fucking tell you there's a lot of growth involved in that, okay? And you have to be realistic and talk about what times are we in. What times are we in? Black people get married the latest. Things like what, 31 or whatever else. Other people on average is like 28 years old or something, right? Black women have the highest divorce rate, right? So if black men have to deal with the women that are married the least, have the most children out of wedlock, have the highest divorce rate, why and how are you telling this man to get married early? No, don't get married early. Build a relationship early. Yes. Be engaged early. Yes, possibly. That's realistic. But to tell, and this is why I say, and we constantly have to remind Anton this, brother, you were fortunate enough, blessed enough, or whatever, if we believe you and take you as a man for what you say, you got married at 18, 19 years old to your high school sweetheart. Your woman was a virgin. You're the first one and the only man that she's ever experienced. Brother, you're less than 1% situation in any way, shape, form, or fashion, at least in America, in most Western society. These niggas argued me and they said it's hard, it's easy to find a virgin, a black woman virgin in what? It would have been 2023 at the time. I said, what? I say, huh? Anton and fucking Mr. Logic, let me shout this nigga out and call him out. Said it's easy to find a black woman virgin in 2023. I was like, bro, what fucking planet are you niggas on? I knew 2 chicks in motherfucking middle school that was pregnant, nigga. Like 13 years old, pregnant. When I was a child. You mean to tell me, you telling me it's 18, 21, 25-year-old virgins out here just fucking, what's wrong with y'all, man? This is shit niggas said to me and tried to make it seem like I was the one that was crazy.
What's wrong with y'all niggas? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
Albert C, yes, brother. We still believe in God or the Most High over here, brother. You hate God, niggas, man. Hey, I believe you. Hey, when it's your time, Albert C, if you see it coming, don't say, oh God. Just say, oh shit. Remember that, Albert. Don't call on him now when you in that accident and you see that motherfucking truck coming your way. Don't say God did. Just say, oh shit. I believe you then. You be surprised how everybody, hey, ain't no motherfucking atheist in the foxhole, motherfucker. No, the hell it ain't, Prime. Ain't no fucking celibacy going on either. Oh, my bad, brother. My bad for giving you the hate God nigga label, brother. I'll take it back.
Because they didn't have the guidance, because they didn't have the spirituality. They don't know the word of God. And so it's easy to just say, oh yeah, just provide 100%. What happens when life happens and you 22, 23, 24 years old and you get married? The economy messed everybody up. Everybody that thought that they had it, guess what? You got a plan and then God has a plan. What happened to the character? Why you don't talk about character?
Hold on, and Anton,
Why he don't talk about character? Because when I teach my daughter, I'm a reflection of the man that I would want my daughter to marry. I don't tell my...
Another great point. Listen, as a man, and not just only the man you want your daughter to aspire to be, you set the standard for the man, your sons. That's another thing too. And again, shout out to Anton. He doesn't have a son, he has a daughter, so that's what he has to speak to. But when you have that son, man, when you have that boy, you know what I mean? It was a reason why they tell you, and they show if a woman was unable to give a man a boy child, she looked at it as a failure upon herself. She would cry and ask God, why will you not let me bear this man a son? Why? Because again, the branding, the brand name, your lineage and your legacy, your name lives on. The family structure is set up to where the representation of that family, man, wife, child, be a boy or girl, until of course adulthood for the girl and she's married off to someone else, is your brand name in real life, walking around advertising every day. If your dad's a good man, hey, that's such and such's boy. Yeah, he comes from a good family. He comes from good stock. But if your dad's a fuck up, it's total opposite. Since the black man has been almost completely removed from the household, all right, and the respect for the black man and the black father has been completely destroyed, utterly destroyed, now no one has an understanding of what it means for what the father being a representation, the father being the fucking, the walking, living fucking billboard and advertisement for his name. These women never seen it. So they don't, that's why it be so fucked up as to where they pick the wrong niggas all the time. But they just doing the same thing their mama did. And their mama don't give a fuck. They don't care because, again, like we said, most of these women don't love their kids or use their kids for the benefit of a check or for their benefit, right? For them to be able to make it, man. Hey, Maz, give me a like check, man. Give me a like check.
My daughter to go and look for a guy to provide for her. I tell my daughter to go and look for a guy that's believing in God, that has good character, that actually worships and looks for and focuses on his purpose, because everything else falls in line. The money is going to come. We so busy chasing money. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and everything else will be added unto you. You don't have to chase money. You don't have to look to women to provide for them, because if you're naturally that, if you're raised up in the admonition of your father, which is what God has ordained for you to do, you don't have to worry about that. That's naturally in you. And so, yes, absolutely, she should be purposeful. And her purpose at that time could be raising the children, depending on if y'all got children. Her purpose at that time could be out there and bringing in.
Oh, man, y'all being disrespectful, bro. This ain't no clearance sale. This ain't no clearance sale, man. What the hell we got going on here? Bro, I got 152 people in the building, man. This is not 50% off. Okay? Y'all stealing right now on a Sunday. The likes are free. Please hit the like button for me. If you're watching on your phone, double tap the screen. All right? But hey, man, if you lie, you steal. You steal, you'll kill. Don't make me call them fucking people on y'all.
That's a murder man thing. Real more shit, man. That's why more bodies, man.
Yeah, Prime, you hear that because they lying. Or shout out to Ms. Locks and Smiles, bro. They just, hey, they tell that they hey, not necessarily not attracted to, but a bitch don't want to, you know, she already got some dick up in her. You know what I'm saying?
Resources because she's learning a new skill that can then translate into the company that y'all build together. It's a lot of nuance and a lot of context, but I hate it when people pander to women because they leading y'all astray. And it sounds like I'm a harsh father. It sounds like it's a difficult situation. It sounds like you're just supposed to be given everything. But if that's the case, then why are we as a society, why are we as a people, as Black people in particular, so far behind and we further behind than we ever been, even though we the freest and we have the opportunity to choose for ourselves?
And I say this again, Black people are shout out to Chronicles. Listen, Black people are so far behind societally, bro, as an understanding of the things you need to understand. Money, especially, okay? Financially, right? Dr. Claude Anderson told you guys 2053, that's it, man. 2053, Black people are going to be a permanent underclass. You know? Yet still, though, niggas want to, you know, chains and Hellcats and Lambos, Urus, and all this other shit, and so on and so forth, making it rain and, you know, all this shit or whatever. Don't own no motherfucking property, but got a motherfucking, you know, $1,000 car note. And that's what Black people see as success. Financial literacy, man, and fiscal responsibility, dog. That's far more important than racism can ever be in 2024. The lack of respect for the masculine principle and the importance of the man and the family, that's far more fucking impactful and important, bro, than racism in 2024. The white man, white supremacy. Bro, we got so many fucking problems that we could fix, we can fix, and we should fix before we start looking outside for anything else. Oh, y'all trying to shame these hoes. Y'all trying to, no, bro, I'm not trying. The hoes are the hoes, bro. You can't unhoe a hoe. All right? You can't unhoe a hoe. But what we're trying to do is, again, is make the new generations aware so they know better. And the reason why, you know, it's crazy how, it's crazy that I guess like people forget this, but teen pregnancy dropped a lot after the 90s, bro. Between like the 90s and the 2000s, teen pregnancy dropped so much. Why? Because a lot of those women saw their friends, or they were raised by mothers that were teen fucking mothers, and they know just how much hell and how just horrible that fucking lifestyle was. They said, man, fuck that. They might be out here fucking, but hey, they ain't letting niggas do no nothing. Teen pregnancy dropped tremendously. I think the women have they're gonna say this later on. Their kids now mostly at 20 to 24, highest rates, right? The problem is though, as soon as she get freedom and the option to choose or whatever, she 2 years in the game of adulthood, don't got no skills, don't got no real even you know, no type of finances established, and you just put a motherfucking $300,000 debt for the next 18 years on your hands. You know what I'm saying? You said no, they was getting abortions. Well, Forever Blessed, I doubt kids were getting abortions like that, bro. I doubt little girls or you know, minors were getting abortions like that. I mean, abortions like that, fam. It was grown women. It was grown women.
This isn't God. Ain't none of this what he talking about God right now. And I ain't even studied him. I ain't even getting started. I'm gonna let you cook. Go ahead.
But I want clarity before we move on.
Go ahead.
Because when we talk about should men pay 100% of the bills, I'm assuming that means based on the context that you just gave.
It's based off of your circumstance and situation. Everyone is different, and nobody is a monolith.
My brother.
Nobody is a monolith.
Okay.
I love how.
Now the problem I have with Anton should have said no. No, men, black men especially, should not pay 100% of the bills. I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna say this loud and proud, and I make this fucking point again. The highest earning women in this country are Asian women. Highest earners. Okay? Highest earning women. The only men that out earn Asian women are Asian men. So and Asians have the highest marriage rate. So if everyone was living by this, hey, you know, I'm a housewife, my husband's going to take care of me, and they have the men that earn the highest amount of money, why the hell would Asian women be earning, you know what I'm saying, right along beside them? Because they work together. Again, I got to go back to my expertise of mechanics and electronics. You have buses, right? You have 1 and 2 buses. You have at least 2 buses in the fucking situation as to where if you lose electrical power on one, you got a backup bus to pick everything else up, so you the motherfucking airplane or a helicopter don't just lose electricity and everything crash and fall out the fucking sky, right? You have to have a backup, right? Your finances work the same fucking way. If you have a man that's whatever, right? Even highly wealthy, okay? And he dies today, what the fuck are you gonna do? That insurance policy, yeah, it might have a nice little payout, one-time lump sum or whatever, so on and so forth, but what are you gonna do after that? Well, most likely she gonna try to find the next nigga, right? To whatever. But it's selfish and it's unreasonable to put the burden of the most important thing your survival is based on now, bro. You ain't gotta be able to motherfucking hunt and gather and find shelter and shit no more. No, you need money to pay for shit. So when you put that burden on that man where it's all him, right? If he lose his job, now everybody down bad, can't nobody eat. How much love do you actually have for that man? Brother, you got to ask yourself, how much does this woman love you, bro, if she's willing to let you get out here and put all the responsibility on you, and all she doing is giving you some motherfucking head and some pussy you didn't get first? What benefit is that to men? The answer Anton should have gave us is no. Men should not fucking pay 100% of the bills, because a woman had, just like he gave the example of that car. People only respect what they have to invest in for themselves. Men and women alike. If you give a person some shit for free, they're not giving a fuck about it. You make them pay for it. You make them earn it. They had to put fucking blood, sweat, tears, time into the shit. Not guaranteed, but highly more likely that they have respect for it and appreciation for it, because again, they're invested. It cost them something. They had to do work in order to get it. That's how it used to be. That's why you come together young, you grow together, you grow old together. You learn their fucking temperaments, they learn your temperaments. You find a way to meet in the middle, because you're not ever going to completely, totally change the person for who they are, but you come to tolerate and love that person through whatever it be. Of course, nothing super duper crazy, but you grow together young, and you both see each of your journeys. She seen him when he was motherfucking, entry level on the fucking job. Go to fucking entry level to fucking shift soup. Go from shift soup to fucking, manager. Go from manager to fucking general manager. Go to fucking general manager to fucking owner. Go from fucking owner to motherfucking franchisee, partner, whatever. She's literally been side by side with that man in the trenches as she does her same thing. Entry level. She want to get her degree along the way, so on and so forth, all this different shit. She learns how to do this. Hell, she's a beautician. Let's do that. She's a beautician. She working in somebody else's shop. You know what I'm saying? Shit slow during the week, but she still got to be there just in case. Everything blow up motherfucking Saturday, Friday, Saturday especially. She in there all day. Still got to take care of the kids. Still got to do all this other shit. But now she got enough money where she can get her own boutique. Because you're her husband, because you love her, you guys go to the bank, y'all get the motherfucking loan together, put the bank on the motherfucking what's name. Hey, she run the boutique. Everything's working fine. She can only afford to pay herself and her own shit right now. So, hey, it's just her in a little boutique. Start making enough money to fucking start hiring people. Now she can hire people, charge people booth rent. That's how the shit's supposed to work. But because everybody been told niggas ain't shit, don't want, man, all this fucking bullshit. Now everybody want to do shit on their own. Bitch want to motherfucking work from fucking 18 to motherfucking 35. And then at 35, she want to show up with another nigga's kids and tell you, accept me for who I am. This is a package deal. You need to love me. You don't need to love me and don't worry about my past. And if you don't, you just ain't a man. You can't handle a strong black woman. Man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Stop it. Black men are no longer fucking accepting that shit, bro. Not only we not gonna fucking not accept it, we gonna call out the bullshit. Right? You're gonna call out the bullshit. And I'm specifically talking about in this situation as to where the single brothers, they're more single men. Okay, they're more fatherless men. Most black men do not have children. So I'm talking about them brothers. Talking about them. They should not have to motherfucking be the first thing at the top of their list is motherfucking bitch with kids. Plural.
How he put so much passion into his words. But when God created man, God gave man a purpose. And what was the purpose? What was the purpose? He placed that man in a garden. What's this? That's a tree. What's this? Those are clouds. What's that? That's a sky. What's that? That's a bear.
That's not what happened.
Listen to me. Man, listen to me. Listen to me, brother. Listen to me. And when God, seeing that he was fit to represent himself as a man, he put him to rest. And from that rib, he took Eve. Now, this is a fact. Now we have to understand, what does it mean when you create a woman from the rib? What is a rib? A rib protects the internal organs, the heart and the rib. If the rib is mishandled, it fractures, it breaks. And what does that do to the man? It leaves him vulnerable. It leaves him hurt. But if a man handles this rib, protects this rib, uplifts this rib, guides this rib, loves this rib, this woman is able to become something greater than what she was created, which uplifts the man himself. So God gave a man responsibility before he gave him a woman. He didn't say, here's Adam and here's Eve. He said, here's Adam and here's a responsibility. And then when God was seeing that he was fit to be considered a man and a head, which God is the head of man and man is the head of woman, he then gave God Eve. And then what happened, brother? And then what happened?
You tell me. Because I'm gonna add the context. I want
No, we can go in deep. If you want chapters, we can do this. But I need every young man listening to me that was raised in a home without a father. Young girls that was raised in homes without fathers. Your mother is divine greatness. Your mother is.
Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. Shout out to Chronicles Julia. The divine feminist, right? The mother goddess architect, like I told you guys, are at an all-time high. And this Yada character, anybody know how old Yada is? Right? Not super ultra simp, bro. But at the same time, he benefits because he panders to women. And we've seen this, man. Again, a black woman said, hey, if you really want to make money off of black women, just lie to them. Give them fluff. Was that it was one of these dating coaches. What dating coach was that? Y'all help me out. The woman that said, hey, if you want to make a whole lot of money off black women, just give them fluff. Tell them they're strong. Tell them they're beautiful. Tell them they don't need no man. Tell them it's all the men that's fucked up. It's not them. A black woman said this. We seen Derek Jackson. How long we was telling y'all this? The reason I never jumped on the Derek Jackson train, bro, because listen, I understand when talking to motherfuckers not gonna make a difference. Black women were so fucking infatuated with fucking this nigga, the idea of fucking this nigga, whatever they told him, he was gonna believe. And any man that went against him just go look like a hater. I knew this shit was gonna happen eventually. It's gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? As a man that at one point in time, a nigga that's fucking hoes know another nigga that's fucking hoes. You know it, bro. You know what they like. The nigga fit the archetype from a physical aspect and all this other shit or whatever. And then you motherfucking add this shit to it. It's undefeated, bro. You like going up against motherfucking the Juggernaut and the Hulk all in one. You want no damn Stormy, Daniel. Come on, bro. Stop it. Celebrity, whatever. Come on, bro. Stop it. Don't do that. Was it April Mason? I think it might have been April. You're right, it was April Mason. It was April Mason. Appreciate you, bro. April Mason said that shit.
It's beautiful. I don't care with no.
Oh, yeah. Let me finish this up. Yeah. So, that's the aspect of it. Oh, and then the Tommy Sotomayor, again, even though you was a crack fiend, mama, you always was a black queen, mama. Your mother can do divine means, hey, she's above everything else. She's godly. She's transcended being a human being. She should be worshiped. She should be praised. She cannot make any mistakes because she's a goddess. So when he says that directly, again, that fucking plucks the heartstrings, that does everything to black women. Yes, I'm a god. The black woman is God. And yes, every last nigga that said the black woman is God, where they at? The two main niggas that said the shit, Brother Polite, and I can never get this name. I can never remember this nigga's name. What's the other nigga name that was giving bitches herpes and had the whole sex cult and shit? Was fucking niggas and was fucking the hoes. What's his name? Him. Or they done motherfucking switched over this shit and now they fucking the white girls. Shout out to Young Pharaoh. All them the black woman is God niggas, bro. The Nature Boy. Appreciate you, bro. I always forget his name. Nature Boy. The biggest threats in the motherfucking world to women. Derek Jackson, not a threat, but the main nigga they swear they wouldn't want. And the main nigga you shouldn't be trusting because he out here fucking all the hoes. The black woman is God. You're beautiful. These men ain't shit. It's not you, it's them. Black women love being lied to, man. And this motherfucking goddess fucking archetype bullshit they been fed with, that is the most detrimental shit that's ever happened to black women. Most detrimental shit. But hey, you can't tell them that.
Man says about you, your mother, or where you can go. Strive to elevate. Strive to become the best version you are before you get into a relationship, so you don't have to drag a woman through the same things your fathers did to your mothers. Love.
Listen, yeah, you can also tell he's a little, well, Anton, both of these dudes are a little fella federation. I'm pretty sure the little Yada dude is like 5'2" or some shit. He's little, right? So he has to project himself more, as more dominant by yelling. Anton, for the most part, wasn't yelling. He was talking. He was talking passionately, but this nigga here is hollering. All right. This nigga on some motherfucking Teddy Pendergrass and Eddie Levert type shit. Just hollering in the mic. Brother, you have to get him some new motherfucking equipment, brother. Tone it down. And am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping. Does this nigga have a purposeful fucking like box divot in his hairline? I'm tripping.
Yourself enough to provide for yourself. So when you get into a relationship,
no, this nigga turned a widow's peak into a motherfucking step. I know what the fuck I'm looking at. So the brother probably has a widow's peak. So he's just, hey man, hey, don't even it out. Don't even it out. Just square it off. Nigga, what?
With a woman, you don't have to abandon her or drag her through your turmoils. All praises is completely due to the Most High. Go ahead, my brother.
You know what's so funny about that story? The part that he left out?
What's that?
Is that she hearkened to the voice of the serpent.
Now, I'm gonna skip forward after this, but pretty much like Anton points out the point that again, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about because, like I said, God let Adam name everything. It wasn't he asked him or whatever. He named it. You decide whatever it is, so on and so forth, right? And he walks down as to how again the woman disobeyed God. They get into this back and forth as to where whatever, so on and so forth, right? Again, the Bible is a fucking parable, bro, and a warning for the ways of women. I keep telling y'all this. That's what it is. The main thing. You got fucking Eve, of course, right? Then I think is Eve, the lady that wanted to chop the fucking baby in half. Jezebel, of course. Delilah. They said it was Lot's daughters. I thought it was Noah's daughters that got him drunk and had whoever fucking got their daddy drunk and fucked them. Whoever that was, those girls or whatever, and then plenty more, right? But the Bible literally tells you again, what's traps and snares, right? I forget the scripture, but it pretty much tells you women are selfish by nature. Women are emotional by nature. Women think they know better than everybody else by nature, right? And then what they get to do when they make the mistake or comes back and bites them in the ass, well, I'm sorry, I'm a human. They get to cry and they get to fucking, get sympathy out of the fucking situation. That's the problem. So basically they go back and forth on that. Let me jump forward. It was like 40 something. I want to
say. Why are you hiding? He said, I'm naked. He said, who told you you're naked? Yes or no? You agree with that part? Thank you so much for agreeing.
Wedlock, children out of wedlock, so on and so forth.
and the different age groups. You can wrap that all into your answer when you contextualize your response.
Let him go.
I believe that, again, I think that if you're 20, marriage it's a multi-purpose construct, right? It's not just for love. I look at marriage as a business also. As a matter of fact, I also look at,
to Anton's point, Anton has always said that he's always been on that, even though he says it from a biblical Christian principle or whatever. He says that marriage is a business first. So shout out to him for that. He's never changed on that.
marriage as a business first. It doesn't mean that it absolves you from love, but I absolutely look at it as a business. On top of that,
and let me give you guys support so y'all can see this, because like I said, this is him back on one of my joints. Hold on, give me a second. Let me pull my joint up so you guys can see that he's not changed his story. He is not strayed away from what he had to say. 1 second. All right, so yeah, this right here is a stream I had 3 years ago, I think, or whatever. And here's Anton pulling up to have a convo.
What's going on, y'all? No, I mean, I seen the title. Somebody sent me the link on Instagram, so I thought it'd be, I'm always open to have a conversation. I'm never dodging, so I'm always willing to cam up and have conducive conversations that hopefully add value. I seen the title. I don't know the context of the title, so if somebody can kind of fill me in, is it referring to me or is it just referring to men in general based off?
It's referring to your topic. A lot of brothers have, actually put me on your content here lately in your opinions concerning marriage. You're married and all these different things. I'm going through a divorce right now, and a lot of things you said last night just weren't accurate. I give all sides of the whole marriage situation. I've been extremely transparent with my information, the good and the bad. I've definitely accepted responsibility and accountability for the things where I slipped up and where I may have not been the best of the best when it comes to the situation in my marriage. But ultimately, the whole question is this: what are the positives for a man getting married in 2021? That's my ultimate question.
Can we start with what I said that wasn't accurate?
Well, for one, it's what you said wasn't accurate was your opinion of the red pill community, as where you say dudes aren't giving the full story. They aren't taking accountability. That's why I said everything I said, and I use those words to bring light to it and attention to it. And they're only giving one side of the story. That's not true. And again, most of these dudes, especially a guy that has an opinion of marriage that's never been married, he's kind of just looking on the outside looking in. But for a guy that has actually been married himself, he's able to give you the situation and his experiences along with statistics, everything to go along with it. Then that's pretty much something that can't be denied or danced around.
Well, the context is to that, and it's funny because I watched a lot of live streams. I watched Ramil, I watched a guy named Edwards reaction video and stuff like that. And it's funny because what they were saying was that I was saying that content creators, for example, are dusty or they're not getting money. What I was saying specifically was that we have to be more responsible for the people that we impact. And it's not just enough for us to say specific things because
I'll take it back now, bro. You said the copy.
You gonna let me finish? Because I didn't even get a chance to finish. I was respectful. I let the homie finish.
Yeah, Ramil, let go. Go ahead.
I got it.
So basically what I was saying specifically on my live stream was that we have to be more responsible with the information that we put out. There are some red pill guys, or maybe it's not everybody that you guys associate with, but it's some people that label themselves as red pill that's putting out this narrative, and maybe they're making some of y'all look bad. But I also said that I don't disagree with a lot of what people are saying. What I see overwhelmingly is people telling guys not to get married. They're highlighting all of the issues and the statistics and everything like that of all of the downfalls of marriage, and that's true. So a lot of it is true, right? But they're not also being objective and giving the other side of the story and highlighting that the overwhelming majority of people that are successful are in marriages. Right, that's the truth. That's true. And so,
so the problem I have with this, right, is something is always true when you have a log of, or years and years of evidence until there's a shift. Okay. Of the richest people, like top 5, what Bill Gates, Bezos, and Elon Musk, to my understanding right now, all of them were married at some time, but they're divorced. Okay. Right. And their marriage had no major part of whatever in them achieving their things. Like their wife weren't these business moguls and whatever, so on and so. They were just married to women during the time of their, their transcendence into, just, being rich and wealthy, right, and influential. Those men were married. They're not getting married ever again. I think Elon has came out and said he's never getting married again. Richest man in the world, not married. Everybody loves to say the highest earners are married men. Well, yeah, that's to the point of where marriage was the standard and marriage was a requirement. That paradigm shift has happened as to where now you have men that are starting to become high earners at earlier times than we ever could have imagined. And I'm not talking athletes and entertainers. I'm talking, like you said, trade skills, skills tradesmen, IT certs and IT and coding and all these different things. STEM, like this is not our grandfather's great and everybody else's reality, bro. We got to stop saying that shit. The shift is happening as to where everybody, but black people specifically, are not getting married anymore. So that means black men are gonna stop being successful? Of course not, right? So you got to stop using that as a principle to say the highest earners and the most successful people are married. Well, yeah, for that time, you're right. Up until I would say probably like 2020, before the thing, that was the status quo. But I was even telling people in 2019, I'm like, bro, you guys keep saying that, but we've already seen the major shift away from fucking marriage. Most men are starting. 50 Cent just came out and said he'll never be married. These, especially like I said, once you're extremely wealthy, if you made it yourself, you've been the man that grinded and figured out the way to so on and so forth. Why would you want to motherfucking give that to a person that, again, was not there with you to respect, enjoy, or see the beauty in the journey? No, you can. I mean, we can be cool, you know, or we can be in a relationship. But as far as like signing over my, you know what I'm saying, my wealth and my hard work just off the strength of access to your pussy and maybe a kid, no, that's a bad deal.
Hey, go ahead. I'm sorry. It's your platform. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Just real quick. So again, I've heard more guys say as to why you shouldn't. Again,
exactly.
Words mean things. Hold on. Words mean things. You guys are either being, mistakenly or purposely disingenuous. As much as an advocate I was for, men not getting married in 2021 or 2020 and forward, I've never ever told a man do not get married. I said I would not suggest to my son. I have a son, my oldest son, 15 years old, and my son was 18, 20, 25, 30, however old he was. I could not with sound mind and love and care for my son suggest to him to get married. Okay, if he came to me and said, "Hey, Dad, I found this girl. She's the greatest thing in the world. She's beautiful. She's this, she's that, and all these other things," and he said, "Hey, I want to marry her," I would say, "Well, hey, son, look here. If I was you, I wouldn't do it. But by all means, if she's great and you did this and that and all these things, hey, I'm going to support you. I love you. You have my blessing." So that's the first thing we need to come to. Secondly, was the other part you spoke to as to the brothers not giving the objectivity. And that's my question. The objectivity is, what can you not receive in a regular non-state sanctioned licensed marriage that you can receive from a just regular everyday relationship? Again, what are the benefits of a piece of paper compared to just being with a woman that allegedly, supposedly loves you, cares about you, willing to have children with you, die with you, and be monogamous for the rest of your life without a piece of paper?
Well, here's the key. Marriage is a business first. It's the reason why you have to sign paperwork by the state.
And that's basically what I wanted to show. Anton has been consistent. Regardless of what you want to say about him personality-wise, all this other shit, so on and so forth, the brother has been consistent. He's never changed. He's never pretty much changed his what's the name on marriage or whatever. I think he has graduated and grown a lot as into what it is out here. Which from where he was speaking earlier on, he had no idea because he's married, right? He's a married man. So he doesn't know the climate and what brothers have to put up with in the options and the way that women are really operating out here. But I think since he, has been doing this more and he's had more interactions with, men like myself and other black men, he's come to understand like, nah, man, this shit is completely, totally different from, I think he's been married 20 years now, 20 years ago. And I would tell you it's not even fucking 10 years ago or 15 years ago, right? I got married in 2011? Yeah, I got married in 2011, right? So, it's totally different, bro. You cannot use the same logic, reason, approach, or any of these things today as your grandfather or even your father used back in the day. It's not the same.
That is also supposed to prevent you from sinning, right? One of the things that I advocate against is people doing married people things without, and again, you got to,
it's live, Riley.
I look at this through the lens of a Christian, right? So I'm saying that a lot of times people want to jump head first into sex out of wedlock, children out of wedlock, so on and so forth. And I believe that absolves you from that. And it also gives you a greater purpose and responsibility because you now have to shepherd over somebody other than yourself. And generally, especially men, most men, you're supposed to care more about the people around you. And that's why even when you're trying to solve for something or even when you're trying to be successful, they tell you to think about somebody other than yourself, because sometimes if you do it just for you, you won't care. But if you're doing it for your daughter, if you're doing it for your son, if you're doing it for people that's outside of you, even your mother or your father, when you add people into that equation, a lot of times you'll be a lot more purposeful and you'll be a lot more dedicated, consistent, so on and so forth. So if you're solving for sin, If you're solving for also wanting to be successful, but understanding that it's an exchange for strengths for weaknesses, because it's not just one way, right? Women do add value into the conversation. And you're 20, 21, 22, 23 years old, you're supposed to be broke. Relatively, I mean, compared to what me and him have, you're supposed to be broke. You're not going to be making 200, 300, 400, $1 million, $2 million a year. That's just a fact, unless you're doing something that you're not supposed to do. So at that age, I absolutely advocate for people to get married. And I also believe that it's best for people that have less resources to get married, because it's a quicker way to build wealth.
Well, again, and that's a problem too. If you go with the data and statistics, the highest divorce rates, one of the highest divorce rates is pre-25-year-old marriage. Okay. This is why I said Anton is being a little biased and he's out of touch, because he's going against the data. He used data and what's name of support, which is great, but you can't use it on one end and then ignore the part that would go against your philosophy or pretty much what your mind, your setup was, right? Marriages that happen before the age of 25 have one of the highest fucking divorce rates. Why? Simply because that's too early for you to make that commitment. Now, like I said, the engagement process or building a relationship and so on and so forth, getting to learn and getting to know each other and whatnot, what have you, yes, you should definitely do that. But telling a 20-year-old to get married is irresponsible. And it's almost, like guaranteed to fail. I don't know what remember what the rate is. Like I said, that's one of the highest demographics of divorce is marriage before 25 years old. Like you said, especially in this economy. Everybody's selfish at 20, bro. I want to go out. You want to go out. I like this. You like that. I just got out of my parents' house, 18 years of fucking, living by somebody else's rules and whatnot, what have you. I get 2 years of freedom, and now I'm into it as where I have to cohabitate with a person. I got to live with this motherfucker. I got to deal with the shit I don't like about them, and I can't just leave and get a break. No, that's horrible advice, Anton. Come on now. I hope. I think I don't know, whatever. But I hope you would not give that advice to your daughter. Engagement, yes. And as a father, and I think, like I say, one thing you do is shift when you need to. But I think for sure when your daughter is the age of 20 years old, right? Especially with the way society is going the way it is now, I think you would, unless the dude is just, whatever. All right. But for the most part, I think you would be like, hey, baby, don't just hop out here, get married, and so on and so forth. Be engaged. Let the fucking engagement process go where you guys can, really got time to see if you have chemistry. Because another big part of the shit, bro, is forcing some shit, making shit work, bro, versus understanding that, hey, we just not compatible. One of the biggest gripes that, and black women love using this, their grandma sat them down in this secret fucking meeting and all the women of the family, and be like, baby, I don't want this life for you. If I could have left Big Daddy, I would have left him. Pause, right? But I didn't have no choice. I couldn't vote. I couldn't have a bank account. I couldn't do none of that. I had to give my life to all these childrens. Don't do that, baby. That's how black women make it seem like all the grandmas motherfucking got together and either did a fucking group text or a meeting to black women. No. The majority of fucking black women were fucking content, happy, and proud of their family. One of the things I never forget, my great grandma, man, she would always say, "This is my fourth generation. This is my fourth generation." She was my great grandma, and she would run down the generations of her that came from her, right? Women now, man, nah, they don't give a fuck about that shit. They don't know about no generations. Generation, what's that? Well, obviously, I'm not saying wait till 29. I'm just saying definitely don't get. There's a happy medium. The stats say, again, getting married before 25 is a higher rate of failure, higher chance of failure, right? Adding on to what it already is. I'm just saying shit. I think what Asians and white people get married around 28, 29 years old. That's the standard. So it's not a bad idea. You need time to learn somebody, man. You need time to get through your early developmental years as an adult. You need to find out who you are. And what happens a lot of time, man, especially like I said, in that 18 to 25 range, bro, you haven't really established your own identity. You ever established your own identity? That's why I laugh when they tell me, "Oh, nigga, you was this in high school, or you was that and whatever." Nigga, I was a child. I was a child that had to motherfucking deal with whatever fucking circumstances of parents that was given to me, parents or parent. If my motherfucking parents is po, I'm po, more likely than not, unless I'm gonna fucking sell dope or some shit or rob niggas. Then I'm already off on the wrong foot. If my parents was rich, I'm rich. Get all the benefit, all the Jordans, all the polo, all the fucking whatever, so on and so forth. I got a car at motherfucking, 16 years old, brand new off the lot. And then like what 50 Cent say? Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you? Well, once you take that motherfucking net of motherfucking being carried by somebody else, a whole nother fucking adult, and you have to depend upon yourself, you fall apart. Why? Because you was given everything on a fucking silver platter. You never had to earn anything. Vice versa, the motherfucker that grow up in the motherfucking, the worst of the worst of the worst, poor, you know what I'm saying? They stable as a motherfucker because they don't want to go back. They seen that shit. They willing to grind, they willing to work, they willing to do everything to ever have to go back to what they had in their childhood.
The goal ultimately should always be to where you can release her from doing the things that normal women would do that are single, as far as having to provide and protect themselves. But at the same time, I also think that there's nuance in that, because if you're in a relationship with somebody that's early in there and you got it from scratch, I think that she has equity in what you do. If you're a 40, 50-year-old man, I think you need to probably get yourself together before you decide that you want to bring a woman into your space and you can't provide. And that's the context. I think that when you're older, if you've been playing video games and you've been doing the same thing over and over again and you don't have the results, you need to go and study your word. You need to get in your Bible. You need to dedicate yourself. You need to get a coach. You need to figure out what life is like. So at that point, I don't think that you should be in a relationship.
So context, just so I understand, a man between his 20s and I guess between 20 and 30, it's fine for him to not be able to provide 100% because
absolutely.
he's building with his lady. As 100%. A man gets
40. And here's the rest of the context, though, because I think that in society, and we live in this social media culture, that everybody thinks that you're supposed to live in a mansion. Everybody thinks that you're supposed to have a high-rise condo, right? You can provide 100%, especially if you have children, but are you willing to lower your lifestyle in order to build successfully and then add value into the assets that will ultimately make you rich in the future, right? So it's so much nuance. It's so.
And like I said, shout them again. Like I told y'all, man, listen, bro, stop looking at social media as real. One thing, the best thing that YouTube ever did for me with this shit, bro, is let me know that 90+% of the shit you see is fucking entertainment, smoke and mirrors, illusions. Doctor Strange, Harry Houdini, fucking what was the fucking magician when we was kids? They used to get all the specials and shit. What was the name? What was the magician that did the fucking magic specials and shit when we was a kid? I can't think of his name. I always forget, but you know that, right? A magician, sleight of hand. Bro, 90% of this shit is cap, bro. It's selling you a image. It's selling you a dream. It's doing all this other shit. Bro, stop looking at the nigga that's bench pressing, 550 pounds in the fucking gym, and you trying to attain that. You want to attain that. That nigga been on roids since he was motherfucking infant, nigga. This nigga had motherfucking steroids in his infamil. You never gonna catch up to that, bro. Be satisfied with your motherfucking 275. Be satisfied with your fucking 315, bro. If you're not trying to do the shit for competition, what purpose is it? You have a very, very small fucking group of people that even respect the shit or give a fuck about it. And if you're not gonna get paid for it, is it worth the risk of blowing your motherfucking pecs and all your shoulders out, nigga, just to do some shit that, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? David Copperfield. Hey, appreciate David. Yeah, David Copperfield. Appreciate you, bro. That's who it was. Oh, my bad, man. Shout out to my man, Brandon Green, brother. Great appreciate you, brother, for the 5. Said preach. Good morning, boss. And shout out to my man Caesar's Palace, man. Greatly appreciate the Caesar's Palace for the membership, bro.
You're too down with the gang. You're one of my members.
Yeah, man. That nigga had Roy's and Infamil, nigga. You ain't gonna never catch up with him.
So much context to this, and it depends on where you at in your life. It depends on what you're studying. It depends on what your family structure is like. It depends on if you come from money and resources. Like, all of those things matter, and I think that there is no one right answer. It depends on the circumstance, and everybody's circumstance is different.
There we have it. Okay, Yada, we're gonna give you a chance to respond here.
I love the way you articulate himself. It's very beautiful. But being well-traveled, I've seen men provide 100% without having so much. And like the brother said, as long as they're staying within their standards, I don't think a man should get into a relationship with a woman until he knows he's able to handle all responsibilities by himself, just in case that woman leaves him. Because if you're in a relationship with a woman and you're living with a woman and she's paying half and you're paying half and she leaves you, What are you gonna do? Lose everything?
Again, bro, how realistic is this? Most people start out on their own, by themselves or whatever. Most people aren't cohabitating and, you know, starting a serious relationship with another person and become dependent upon them, whatever. Men do that anyway. Hence why, you know, men don't buy houses. Men play the bachelor life in minimalism as long as we can. Niggas cool with a motherfucking couch, a TV, and a bed in the house, and that's it. Niggas don't need no motherfucking decorator. I don't need all these motherfucking pictures and shit on my wall and all this. Like, bro, my house is a home for a man. House and home for a man is synonymous. Shit is comfortable enough for me to motherfucking be in here and do what I need to do. Come here, sleep, eat, shit, whatever. Hey, that's it. Hey, of course, you know, get the bottom of that pussy. You feel me? It serves men look at things, bro, from, you know what I'm saying, objectively. What is its purpose? It serves a purpose. I don't need all the fluffy shit. The fluffy shit just costs me money that I really don't give a fuck about. Am I gonna pay motherfucking $500 for some shit on the wall that quote unquote looks good to some people, I guess, or whatever, and it's not no fucking art gallery? Or am I gonna motherfucking buy some ammo? Or am I gonna buy a new gun? Or am I gonna buy a couple or 2 pairs of shoes that I want that I can actually utilize and use? You see what I'm saying? Men look at shit from a how can I use this? It's literally how we're made to think. So now you're telling me because, you know what I mean? No, bro. Men already do what the fuck y'all is talking about. Men learn how to motherfucking make it on your own. All right. You build yourself up and so on and so forth. You're independent. Men are way far more independent. And he's going back to this thing where black women take care of the black men. Black men need black women to survive. You see the fucking bait and switch. You see the insinuation, the bullshit he's putting out here. Bro, most men know how to motherfucking operate by themselves, bro. But I would say even before 25, shit. Even if you're in college or whatever, bro, you getting a little college check or whatever, you got to make that shit stretch, nigga. You got to figure that shit out. Yeah, still niggas do it, right? Military experience will tell you that shit quick, bro. Bro, the money I was making, I went back and looked at my shit, bro. I was making $13,000 a year when I got in the military, bro. When I got my first year, it was E1, nigga. 2003, I made $13,000, nigga. You hear me? 13,000. Best time of my life. Best time of my life. In Pensacola, you can't tell me shit. Pax River, out there, motherfucking, can't tell me shit off of $13,000. I knew how to live on my own. I knew how to do everything I needed to fucking do. You got to stop this bullshit, bro, making it seem like, oh, you need to. No, bro, it don't take that fucking long. You get your check, you figure that shit out, and men already know how to make it.
Everything you have, your car, your home. A man has to be able to provide for himself and another comfortably before he entertains a woman. But not just speaking on the financial part, a man needs to make sure he's spiritually whole, mentally whole, emotionally whole. Because if he's coming from America and coming from certain backgrounds, majority of the time they're scarred. Even if they were raised in home with 2 parents, they're scarred and they're battling some form of childhood trauma. And
yo, man, shout out to my man, fucking Caesar's Palace, man, coming through with the 100 ball, baby. Greatly appreciate your brother.
That's $25,000 alpaca. You block that shit. Right. You don't rubble. Put the club soda on there.
Definitely putting a whole bunch of club soda on it, man, saying just paying tuition, brother. Hey, man, I try to teach a little bit here and there. You feel me? I greatly appreciate you, brother, man. Shout out to Caesar Palace for the 100 ball, bro. I greatly appreciate you.
And men, we get so caught up in our ego and our pride, we tend to bleed on the person that's right next to us, forgetting this person's on our team. Now we're stressed out because we can't pay the bills like we should. She's fussing at us. Now what we do? We drinking more, we smoking more, we're trying to run away from the truth. We're trying to run away from our children. Brothers, if you're listening to me and you didn't have the proper father in your life, please, I beg you, take care of yourself, love yourself, provide for yourself. Spend the first 5 years of your adulthood working on becoming the man that you need to be so you can get the woman you want and not the woman you settled for. Because a lot of men are getting into relationships with women they're settling for because they can't get the woman that they truly want. Now they're misusing this woman, abusing this woman. Children come, they leave this woman.
Now, for one, the one thing we teach, man, over here, bro, the pussy gonna come. All right. Figuratively and literally, if you know what you're doing. Okay. All right, figuratively and literally. All right, but you notice how he's saying his whole focus of manhood is so you can be able to get a woman. No, bro, no. Women are all gonna come and go, dog. Women are going to come and go. You should be doing what you're doing to be the best possible man and get the best possible outcome for yourself that you can possibly fucking get, bro. The most shit you could ever fucking possibly qualify for. That's why. Not for the fucking aspirations of the world. First 5 years of my life, I'm going to grind, I'm going to this, and I'm going to that, and I'm going to fucking establish myself so I can get a woman to motherfucking take care of. And from what he's saying, like you said, 100%, basically get a motherfucking a glorified fucking dependent, a grown fucking what do you call it? What's the damn thing? I can't think right now. Not just a dependent, but you being a fucking sponsor, nigga. You signing up for your first fucking live 5 years of your life to be a fucking a sponsor? You crazy as hell, man. Yeah, exactly, Jim Rat. That's what I'm talking about. Everything he talking about is for the woman, for the woman, for the woman. Nah, my nigga, do that shit for you. What you gonna do when that woman leave you, bro? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do if she leave you? If you make everything about that woman, bro, again, you're for one putting yourself in being, again, you're pedestalizing her. Women should never be your purpose, bro. It's a reason why women were the spoils of war, not the cause. I saw somebody saying that shit the other day. I forget what podcast was. It was actually no, it was Daily Wrap Up Crew. And the girl was saying, women were wars of war. No, bitch. Words mean things. And we have to, as brothers, we have to start doing this. No, ma'am. They were the spoils of war. The spoils. Meaning they weren't the original motherfucking context or the reason for it, even though a couple of them it was. All right. You know, Cleopatra, like they say, it's pretty much like the precursor for the fall of Rome, because, you know, Caesar just had to have that specific pussy. But either way, right? But for the most part, I told y'all, the men conquered other men, nations, and lands for money, for resources, for power, and strategic fucking whatever. The more land I own, the more land I conquered. That's the more people I had up under me in my territory, and it gave me an advantage against everybody else. Right? Because there always was the option. For the most part, for women, it's like, hey, I told you, this is another fantastic original. Hey, they'd be like, hey, you can either give some head or off with her head. You make the decision. And you have onesie twosies. You have a couple of females that say, hey, no, I'll never. I'm a Spartan. I'm a Phoenician. I'm a this, I'm a that. And so, okay, hey, chop that bitch head off. No Highlander. She out of here. And then all the rest of the bitches do. Oh, hey, teeth or no teeth. Some of you weirdo niggas like teeth, apparently. I heard that shit was crazy. Some of y'all like teeth, You feel me? Give some head off with her head, man. Women always had the choice. You didn't just have to get down. You didn't have to get down and lay down with the motherfucker. You just, hey, you can die. But because women are survivalists by nature, and women know that they can use sex to their advantage to get them out of a fucking jam, what the fuck she gonna do? You know how crazy it is for a woman to let a general or whatever of another nation that's conquered his own nation. The war is over. Damn near all the men have been slaughtered. And it was some men they kept too that was of value or whatever, motherfuckers that they could be useful. And they didn't kill them, right? But for the most part, almost all of the men are fucking destroyed. Now you bring up the men and the women and the women and the children that are left behind, and he says, "Hey, send your sons forward. All the boys, bring them here." And to not only watch this man slaughter her son, right? Slaughter the son, slaughter all the boys, but then lay down the man that killed her son. Women are fickle. Women will do the most just diabolical, crazy shit just to fucking save themselves, man. And I'm not blaming women. It's just the way of women. It's always been that way. The Bible has told you this. History books have told you this. This is just how it is. And once you come to accept that shit, bro, it makes life a whole lot easier. Love a woman. Never be in love with a woman. In love is out of control, bro. Remember, in love means out of control. Understand that she's gonna have fucking moments when she's the motherfucking worst motherfucking thing on the planet, and then she'll have moments when she's the most beautiful thing on the planet. There's a happy medium though. But if you're in love with her, bro, you're not in control. She is. That's the fucking shit we willing to say and willing to tell you young niggas out here, man. Know what I mean? It's measured though. It takes time. You're gonna have the little fucking puppy love and in love phase, and everything she doing is so fucking perfect and everything is good. But you have to grow out of that, bro, and learn to love. Love is work. In love is just, infatuation and passion and lust and, that pussy good, that head good, and you be having fun, and, we don't got a care in the world. Love, though, is work, bro. Love is work. Yeah, Ms. Lock, shout out Ms. Locks and Style. This is a woman, black woman, telling you, Mr. Fantastic, we need to survive. We will do things like that. Sad to say, but we can't protect ourselves. What Ms. Locks and Smile, that's what I'm saying. So a woman is at a disadvantage when it comes to, power, dominance, and strength, and all those different things like that. So again, the woman can soothe the fucking savage beast with sexual access. That's what she's done throughout the annals of time. I'm not making this shit up. Look it up for yourself. Look at it in the Bible. Look at it in fucking history books. That's what women do to fucking survive. You know what I'm saying?
Most men that leave women because they weren't properly good with them. They didn't love them. They couldn't connect to them on all levels. They got a woman that took them at the level which they were on, and a woman that they truly wanted. They're not going to look at them. So all I'm saying to my brothers, and I love what Antoine. I don't disagree when he said family is business. No, man, I for sure. It's business. But brothers, please take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, financially. Make sure you're talking to counselors. Make sure you're dealing with childhood trauma, especially if you were raised in homes with abusive fathers, either from verbally abusive, emotionally abusive, or physically abusive, or you didn't have a father whatsoever. Spend this time in your adulthood loving on yourself, protecting yourself, leading yourself, and guiding yourself. So when you do find a woman that you love, you don't break her. Women can't endure what we endure. They can't do it. And when a man is building on the come up, we pour so much hurt onto our women because men get stressed out. When we're trying to build, we get stressed out. To get to where me and Antoine's at,
Damn, I'm muted. So, hey, links in the chat, man. Y'all can come up if y'all want to come up, right? You know what will relieve a lot of that stress that the brother's having, that he's taking out on his woman? If his woman fucking helped him. Help me. Help me, bitch. Help me. How about you motherfucking do something to alleviate my fucking financial stress? Something. Okay? Learn how to braid hair, bitch. Little shit. Make some fish plates. Something. The issue and problem is that this is why I say, man, you have to do it, and you have to tell this woman early on, listen, hey, I care about you. I love you, whatever it may be, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. But hey, if we're going to do this, we need to be doing this together. And I need you to know that you're here for me, okay? Me, and not what I can do for you. That's the shit that we fucking expose, right? That's the shit that we fucking talking about, and everybody else want to fucking run away from. Especially when we're talking to brothers in our age bracket, bro. If you're 35 plus, bro, and you're out here getting in a relationship with a woman, especially you're talking about marriage and so on and so forth, my nigga, make sure she's there for you and she's investing in you, not just what you can do fucking for her, bro. not just the motherfucking the man and all the fucking residuals that come with you, dog. Don't make a bitch a fucking overpaid groupie. If that's the case, man, you just go out here, you stay and do your thing or whatever, and you know, deal with however many that come, however many women come along, bro. But for you to motherfucking snatch the groupie out of the motherfucking crowd, and that's all she really is in essence. She like your car, she like your house, she like your watch, she like your shoes, she like the designer this, designer that, she like the trips, she like all that shit, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. That's why I supported. We go back to her building with you in your younger years when you didn't have that. Y'all get to enjoy this shit together. First experiences and shit, bro. All that shit matters. But a lot of our humanity has been removed from with social media. Bro, I never been to Bali, and I never even heard of it for real. You know how many times I see Bali a week on my fucking timeline in IG or Twitter or whatever? Bali, 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 Bali. Everybody's motherfucking there, and the bungalow over the fucking water, just beautiful shit. We're overexposed to a lot of things, man, and it like I said, man, it takes away from the experiences of a lot of shit. You feel me? Yeah, shout out to Candy, man. Hey, man, how many likes? Let me see how many likes we got. See how many likes we got. Why does she keep unpausing? Hey, man, I got 170 in here, man. I still need like 30 more likes. Hit the like button for me. And hold on, let me do this real quick. Let me pin this shit. And shout out to my man Dre on the grind. Greatly appreciate you, brother, for the 5. He said steroids in the infamil comments. Yeah, man, that nigga been strong since the baby, man. Shout out to Dub Will for the 5. Greatly appreciate you, brother. I've been breaking down love versus in love for years, and every time I do it, people look at me like I'm crazy. Yeah, man, because again, Dub Will, that goes against the status quo, man. Women can't allow you to do that, bro. Women can't allow for you to tell a man that, you know, being in love for you is a horrible thing. You're giving a woman all the control. You're unreasonable. You know what I'm saying? You're willing to fucking take shit you shouldn't take, disrespect, you know, all this other shit, man.
We put a lot of work in, and it came with a lot of pain. It wasn't peaches and creams and kumbayas. It's, I got to figure this out. Oh, what's going on? And sometimes the woman right next to us gets this attitude, gets this aggression, not because we don't love them, but they're right next to us. So we're bleeding on them without meaning to. And we're blessed to have women, because I believe your wife was with you when you come up, right?
Absolutely. I've known her since
they were able to endure the men till we got to this level, because I wasn't this man 10, 20 years ago. But I had to go through so much to become this man, from trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. And I'm just blessed to have a woman that was able to endure it. A lot of women don't have the endurance for that. And a man should never bleed on his woman if he says he loves her. Brothers, please heal yourselves first, and then get into a relationship with a woman.
There you have. So we got, man, Anton, you was right, because it's not about to be 2 hours.
It's about to be a full.
I got a question.
Okay, let's get this question going. And then we'll get to the next
different
round.
questions. Number one, I wonder why he didn't say men that also have abusive mothers, because he said abusive fathers. He didn't say abusive mothers also.
Shout out to Anton, man. We taught you well, brother. Listen, nobody talks about these deadbeat moms. Hashtag deadbeat moms. Hashtag deadbeat moms. Hashtag deadbeat moms. Put your hashtag deadbeat moms in the chat for me, please. Put your hashtag deadbeat moms in the motherfucking chat. How many times we said it? We just said this the other day. Most of these women see these kids as a fucking check and a way of survival. These women use these fucking kids, bro. Tax returns, food stamps, Section 8 projects, all this other shit, bro. First and foremost, then, hey, I'm a mother. This is a part of me that came out of me. I'm responsible for this little human being, to protect them, to raise them, to give them morals, to give them values, to make them a better version than what I was. Bruh, that might be shit. 25% of black mothers might be. Yeah, man. Put your deadbeat moms in the chat, man. Everybody's scared to say that shit. It's far more fucking deadbeat moms out here than deadbeat dads. One, because women have more children than men. And two, a deadbeat dad can only means you let a deadbeat nigga nut in you, get you pregnant, and had a baby. These niggas don't just become deadbeats overnight. You want a street nigga. You want a hood nigga.
And if they don't get that,
Go ahead.
If they don't get that in Fantastic, they have them buzzer beater babies.
Yeah, that too. The biological clock motherfucking about to run out. So hey, go ahead and put this baby in me. And then shit don't work out with the nigga. Well, you know, he won this, he won that, he won this, he won that. Baby, you knew that. Why'd you choose this nigga to get you pregnant? Like you said, at the finish line. Y'all talk about how well, women having babies in their 40s now. Women have babies. That's a new wave too, y'all. If y'all don't understand that women are justifying you know, having these babies super duper late at higher ages too. Black women are especially doing that. And what you don't understand, not only is it a health risk, because y'all talk about how much, you know, black women suffer the most birth mortalities or whatever, right? Has the highest mortality birth rate or whatever. But then at the same time, y'all purposely wait until you got past your purpose, you got your PhD, your master's, and all this other shit, and so on and so forth, and you accomplish, and now you want to start having babies at fucking 40? I.e., I be forgetting these people's names, man. Oh, that's why. That we should. No, it should, but that's probably why too. That's a big part of it. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you letting me know that shit is right. Shout out to Hemp, man. Shout out to Hemp in the motherfucking building, man. You said vertical won't allow you to go on another screen and listen in. Damn, yeah, you're right. Well, yeah, I guess you're right. Because if you fucking hit the square on mine, it closes the whole shit out versus the thing. So that's another big part of it too. Damn. So this is why live stream is kind of different or whatever. Okay, cool. All right. But go ahead, little plastic spoon, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah, I did say 21 is too young. I agree that 21 is too young. 21, not only me, Albert C. I'm not the only one saying that. The stats say that. Albert, if you get married under 25, your divorce rate booms immensely, brother. It goes up extremely high, much higher. So yeah, it's not just me saying it, it's the stats saying it. 21 is too young for marriage. I'm not saying, I didn't say 21 was too young for a relationship or developing, trying to work and establish a marriage. I didn't say that. But marriage, yes, I stand on that. 21 is too young for marriage. It is, without a doubt, especially in 2024 and beyond. No, you know how many fucking distractions is out here? Yeah, like crazy, y'all wilding, bro.
Right? Because again, he never holds women accountable for the decisions that they make. That's number one. And number two, and I don't want to make this personal, but my question is, how many women have you bled on prior to actually finding yourself?
How many women have I bled on?
Yeah, according to the context that you said a lot of times
from the age, honestly, from the age I started talking to women, 16, 15, I bled, trial and error. Like God really took me on a journey of learning myself, figuring out how to love myself, express, you know, build financial wealth with nobody to guide me. I built financial wealth. I'm the first multimillionaire in my family, and I'm the first to take care of my whole family by myself. Every member of my family I provide for. So, brother, yes, coming from where I come from, majority of the people in my neighborhood were either raised by their mothers, their grandmothers, their aunties. So when the brother is speaking, and I know he said he was raised in a household with his mother and his father, man, I salute that.
Oh, so you have studied?
No.
I didn't say that today.
No, we last had an interview when you came on the what was that?
Virtual.
You mentioned that. I just don't forget. I love you, brother.
No, that's dope. I'm glad you paid attention.
That was beautiful. So I was like, wow, that's amazing to see a black man say he had his mother and his father. But coming from where I come from, that's not the norm. So the men he's speaking to and the men I'm speaking to the majority. You're speaking to men that's coming out of households with fathers and mothers. I'm speaking to men that literally had to teach themselves how to be men, how to urinate.
No, my nigga. No. That's no. You're teaching men how to be simps. That's what you're doing. Okay? We're talking to brothers, whether they be from a single parent household or a 2-parent household or whatever the fuck. We're talking to all men, bro. Stop making fucking women the focus of any and everything you do. We know that it's just that way. Every little thing you do, bro, like I said, is in some way, shape, form, or fashion to get access to that pussy. We know that. But put that shit on the back burner. It's supposed to be second. All right? It's supposed to be second. I'm gonna get this raise and I'm gonna get this motherfucking money so I can be in a better fucking comfortable position. Not so, oh, I'm gonna get this raise, I'm gonna get this money so I can give it to these hoes. Yeah. Yay. Make it rain on the bitches. No, nigga. No. Because then she's not there for you. She there for what you can do for her. Go ahead.
Yeah, your purpose has to be. I think sometimes they take that purpose thing and they try to make it towards like women, and your purpose got to be greater than just trying to make a woman happy. But if you find your purpose and you own your purpose and you start working towards that, that's when the whole they start flocking thing starts working. But don't be just out here chasing them. That's a dummy mission.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Prime VA, man. Yeah, it's horrible. It's a horrible idea. The woman, you're not giving the woman any you're taking away a woman's responsibility, right? At the most pivotal time of her adulthood. That's what you're doing. A woman needs to know, like you said, if you're not there or something happens or so on and so forth, the way she should be able to provide for herself. Again, this isn't fucking, the hunter-gatherer days anymore, bro. She needs to be able and learn how to contribute, right? She needs to be able and understand what it's like to pay a bill. Not necessarily saying she got to pay the mortgage, she got to pay the rent. And like I said, even and this is another thing I guess Anton left out. Those 20 to 30 years or whatever, it's more likely to be 50-50. Y'all both broke. Even still then, I know for a fact it's a lot of dudes that still paying 60-40 or whatever. As that woman grows with you, bro, hey, she may have less of an amount to pay for the fucking bills. But we know too what they're not saying. Anything, if it's fucking 99-1, that's 50-50 to a black woman. Okay? I'm gonna say this again. To a black woman, 50-50 is if she has to pay 1 red cent towards anything. You're not a provider. You want a woman to pay the bills. Bitch, I want you to motherfucking put a tank of gas in the car that you drive. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do, bitch. Put gas in the cars. How about that? No, I ain't doing all that. What? So, I guess you riding the bus then. Or the train or walking. Get you a bicycle. Brothers, that's the fucking attitude you need to have, bro. Stop letting them motherfucking challenge your manhood and have your manhood reduced in your ability and so on and so forth. Simply because, again, you're making the woman motherfucking invest, okay? A small percentage. Literally like stock. It's like a woman's buying stock in you, dog. Bitch, you ain't paying whole price. I got to run the company. I got to make sure everything's right. I got to fucking make sure everything's the way it's supposed to motherfucking be. And all you got to do is sit home and motherfucking look at the numbers, and enjoy the fucking revenue. Yeah, stop it, bro. Stop. What up, fam?
Shake it once, shake it 3 times. You're playing with it. There's no.
Whoa, brother. Pause. Brother, come on. That's what you decided to learn how to use.
That was a wild take. Like, guys know how to pee.
Yeah, come on, dog.
Man, guiding a man and telling a man to do that. So I'm telling the brothers that's coming from where I'm coming from, brothers, heal. Your father, he might have been going through some things. You don't know. Heal. If your mother was abusive, because it happens. It does happen.
It happens in the majority. Not it does happen. It happens in the majority. Women have the highest abuse cases against children across the board. Black women have one of the highest, like second highest, if not the highest level of it, percentage.
Heal. That's the topic, brother. Heal yourself before you entertain a woman, or you will bleed on everybody. Because it's hard when you finally meet a woman that loves you and you're just gushing out blood, past relationships, mommy issues, daddy issues, sibling issues. So I just want to tell the young brothers again and the older men, heal. Put the pride, put the ego down and heal. Regardless if it's mommy issues or daddy issues, mommy issues, or both. We have to heal as men so we can become the fathers that we never seen or had. Regardless if we have fathers in our lives, we should become better versions of them. And if we didn't have fathers in our lives, we should strive to do for our children what no man has done for us. And again, I give all praises due to the Most High.
There you have it.
Man.
Anti, can we go around
No,
two?
no, because we're not just gonna skip. We're not gonna skip past certain things.
Okay, okay. What we got?
He says he's speaking to a certain demographic. of men. I'm speaking to people. I think that women and men need to heal because there's no. Whatever your slogan was,
Brother,
those were women.
Because if you have women, listen to me, and I need this to be understood. If we're speaking on women and only men agree with me, I'm the wrong leader. If I'm speaking on women and the women agree, shouldn't the men listen to that?
No, because we don't hearken to the voice of a woman. That's the whole reason why we get in this situation from Adam and Eve.
Brother.
Shout out to Anton, man. Yeah, no, you don't listen to what the fucking woman has to goddamn say. No, stop it. No, a woman is going to listen to what fucking hides her insecurities, hides her flaws, hides her motherfucking horrible decision making. And only God can judge me. And don't worry about my past. And you know, God knows my heart. And all. No, that's why you don't listen to fucking women. Women are the fucking have a hive mentality for a reason. Women are the motherfucking masters of groupthink. Women are the main reason why a bitch have a good nigga and get it out of there because of one thing will happen and then a bitch tell her, girl, I wouldn't put up with that. Girl, he should be paying more money. I can't believe you. And this bitch ain't never had a motherfucking man in her life other than some nigga that she motherfucking sucking and fucking at best. And yet and still you have the woman that has a committed relationship with a faithful fucking man that's a fucking good man. Okay? I didn't say a nice man, a good man, and she'll leave him alone off the word of a hoe. That's why you don't fucking listen to what women say, bro. Go ahead, brothers. KP, what's up, man?
Preach, my brother. Preach, my brother. Let me just say this, fellas. As this is Sunday, it's like church to a certain degree, and as it is Sunday and church is going on or had gone on early this morning, a lot of our sisters and such go to church and huge amounts, but we don't go as much, right? And I think it was Pastor Brian was on Cam's podcast last week, and they asked the question, why do black men not go to church in the same level as they used to 50 years ago? Because when we were the rulers, kings to a certain degree, and sorry about that, it was our feeling of, yes, we are the protectors. When things changed, when welfare and everything came upon a lot of our black sisters in the 70s, and they chose that, as we know about the certain report that came out, how black women kind of used us as like a horse to get to where they wanted to go. And when they had the opportunity to make their own, they jumped on that train and left us. While the single parent rate increased greatly in the last, like you could say, look at it, in the last 30 to 40 years, single parenthood just jumped. That's seen like in Dead Presidents, when he fights with his old lady over the fact that she took the money from the pimp. And she's like, I'm not giving that money back. That's an example, my fellas, my brothers. Everyone, just think about it. There's depth to this. If you're a deep thinker, eat more fish, eat more blueberries, think deeply. There's things to show you that in those time periods back then up to now, it's always been a case to, like I always said, to the boys in the hood. You know, Angela Bassett's character, educated, but how many times did Lawrence Fishburne, he didn't explain why he left his mama, why he left her, because she felt she had bigger balls than him. That's why. And we in this time right now, 10, 15, whatever days till we got to make a decision. If you haven't made it yet, you have to decide on somebody in a certain degree who feels they got bigger balls than you. They're going to tell you how to live, tell you how you got to make your own, follow their rules. And like I said today, why we don't go to church in large proportions today is because I'm not letting no black man up there or woman, whoever's in charge of the church, tell me how I'm supposed to succumb to them. I'm supposed to bow down to them. And this fool up here talking to Antoine, and I'm not the biggest Antoine fan my damn self, but I give my kudos to Mr. Daniels. This 5'2" fool, because he has a mighty man complex, felt, I gotta be a big man because I'm a small man in reality. So I'm a pander to these women. I'm gonna do what they want. Bruh, if she could choose you, she wouldn't choose you. But you pander to her, she's like, okay, I'm gonna jump on this gravy train.
Azrael, it's on you, man.
Hold on. Shout out to eating your fish and blueberries. I got some salmon in the freezer I gotta take out. But now, all jokes aside, I had this conversation with somebody yesterday on another panel, and I said, whenever I ask black people about, okay, if the man, so first of all, this whole thing is not always supposed to be 50-50, right? Like, what if we need to add nuance? What about 70-30? What about 80-20? What about 60-40? My thing is this too. If you're a black man under the age of 35, how in the world are you going to pay 100% if you're dealing with multiple women that have student loan debt? Black women have the most student loan debt. So you mean it? And on top of the fact, I had this argument with somebody last night. It's like, if you live in LA, if you live in the Bay Area, if you live in New York, if you live in a major metro area, how the hell are you going to pay 100% when rent is like 25, 3,000? We dealing with inflation. And that's just rent alone. Let's say you have kids. What the hell is she paying? Like, I never understood this concept. And my whole thing is, I'll always ask black people that say this whole thing of, oh, the man got to pay 100%. I said, okay, fine. Let's say that the man is paying 100%. Who the hell is paying for retirement? Don't you plan on retiring, or you just plan on just being the man and just work till you die? You're not grinding me to dust. No, thank you. I'm not gonna be what was Big Daddy, and no one could sit in this chair. That's not good enough for me. I'm gonna live a long, plentiful life. And whatever chick I'm with, I like nice things, and more than likely she's gonna like nice things too. And I told people I'm not gonna be the type of person paying 100% of everything. You having a mortgage, I mean, mind you, you already look at the stats. It says it takes the median to buy a house in today's economy, takes a medium income household of over 100K. It's like 103 right now, right? So hypothetically, even if a man was making six figures, which most black people ever make that money, 2/3 of men will never make past 65K in their entire lifehood. So I think black people they have this so hyperbolic mindset of every nigga that come on social media is making six figures, and you just got to figure it out how to get to that big boss status. No, dumbass. Like, you're supposed to be able to work together. When you see the Koreans, when you see the Asians, when you see the Arabs, you see the Hispanics.
The Hispanics. That's just real quick, Azrael, brother. You cooking, but let me, you know what I'm saying, add some motherfucking liquor to it for the flambe, brother. So listen, bro. Black people need to look at and pay attention to Hispanics and how in the hell Hispanics have a higher household income than black people do when black women and black women out earn Hispanics, period. Right? That is the telltale sign. You never go probably make it to the Asians, bro. That's the top of the top, right?
You know why?
Go ahead.
Oh, my fault. Go ahead. No, I didn't mean to cut you off. My bad. But you know why the biggest reasons they make so much money is because they not only do they save their money, but biggest thing, of course, they're gonna go into the STEM. They're going towards the STEM degrees, and they usually believe in. They're heavy on small businesses, meaning like our ratio for like it's like 1 to 40 for every black person that has a business. It's like 1 to 40. For them, it's like 1 to 4, between 1 to 4 to 1 to 7. But the biggest thing that keeps them above everybody else, particularly us, is because they all live in the same household, especially Southeast Asians. If you come to New York, even if in New York, like in parts of Brooklyn and parts of Queens, East Asians, Southeast Asians, it'll be multi-generations of them all living in the same house. So it can be literally the mom and the dad, and let's say you're in your 20s, you and your girl are living with your mom and your dad, and your mom and your dad is taking care of your grandparents, which are old, and they're watching the kids or whoever is young. They're not trying to kick their kids out like black people try to do as soon as they turn 18. They're not with that. Like, they believe they'll literally live in the same house, the whole family, until they get married, right? Well, black people is like, okay, we're gonna do a solo dolo. I'm gonna live my best life by myself and struggle to pay rent. And then when I do find a guy that's worth a damn, I'm going to tell him, oh, you got to pay for 100% instead of trying to work with him. Right? Mexicans don't do that. Like, it just, go ahead, though. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the part, bro, it ain't like it was in the 90s when they first got here, bro. They're not living motherfucking 20 to a 2-bedroom apartment no more. No, it's man and woman. It's a family. It's still the fucking family unit. And again, like you say too, even in that situation where it ends up being, let's say 4 or 5 people, so on and so forth, it's the man, wife, and his kids, not man, wife, and whatever, right? And grandma and abuela. No, that's not what it is. Hispanics are outperforming black people in household income because again, you have 2 working adults there, man and woman, that are willing to work together. They're willing to pool their money together, and then that increases their household income. I never understood how, again, I keep saying this, I'm gonna keep using this example. Black women can understand a fucking clearance sale, a 50% off sale, but you can't understand 50% savings of your life, your everyday fucking living in life. That's a bad deal. When it comes to you buying some shit you don't need, a pair of shoes, a purse, a fucking jacket, a piece of materialistic shit that's not going to do anything other than fucking make you feel for the fucking moment, right? You can understand the concept. It's a great deal. But when it comes to 50-50, oh, I'm not doing that shit. All right, well, bitch, dumb bitch, stay out here and do 100 yourself. Do 100 yourself, okay? Azrael, to your point too, I said that too, and that's the reason why it doesn't go 60-40, 70-30. I told y'all, listen to me now. 1% to 99% is 50-50 equivalent bars, okay? 1% to 99%, meaning the man pays 99% of the shit and the woman only got to pay 1%. To black women that's still being promoted and fucking told as 50-50. Like you said, Azrael, they believe they should get fucking a housewife treatment, come home, kick your motherfucking feet up, and do nothing other than wait for this nigga to get there after he done work, 10 to 12 hours at fucking work, and then y'all DoorDash some food together or something. You know what I'm saying? And he might get the pussy motherfucking twice to 3 times a week tops.
Man, I'd be too tired to smash. I'd be too tired to have sex. Let me say this though too. My biggest thing is like, look, when you go, like I live in New York, you go to the dry cleaning spot, when you go to the nail salon, it's not only is it the Asian woman in there doing the nails or doing the dry cleaning, it's their man right behind them. If you from New York or LA, you see the Mexicans on the food truck. Who is it? It's the man and the woman doing it. And where I live,
my bad, just real quick, Azrael. That's why I had it highlighted for a reason. Where Dre at? Shout out to Dre, man, bro. Y'all, I don't know if y'all remember when I had my I was getting my roof fixed, bro. It was a woman up there, nigga, de-shingling and shingling, nigga. It was a Mexican woman up there shingling a roof. And the one that couldn't shingle the fucking roof, what was she doing? She was down there waiting. Hey, I need this. Hey, we need waters. You see what I'm saying? That's how this shit get down. That's how they motherfucking have this shit better than fucking us. The women are willing to work side by side. Like you said, Azrael, even for them fucking Hispanics, the hardest motherfucking harsh conditions. Everybody picking. Strawberries, oranges, whatever. Motherfucking Jose, Maria, Pedro, Consuela, all them. They together.
Fantastic. I'll say this. Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead.
I'll say this. Think about this. WNBA players that have been in the league prior to Caitlin Clark hate on folks that favor Caitlin Clark, right? Because they say, we're black women, you should support us, right? But your basketball sucks, right? That's why. Caitlin Clark has skill. She has, a great ability to play basketball. That's why we respect her. The same goes for a relationship. Why a lot of black men might choose Quincella or might choose Ming Ling is because if I come home after, say, a 10-hour day working a 60-hour work week, and by no later than 6 o'clock, I smell a great dinner in that kitchen. When I not even get into the driveway, I pull up and crack that door open, and I smell it. Oh, my Lord, and a clean house. And she's been, that tells me from the last 5 to 6 hours, she's been putting her purpose in, her duty in. Meaning, we don't go off identity. Sister, if you're not doing those same things, I don't care if you're a black sister. I don't care that you went to the same school with me 10 years ago. If you don't have that character of being, if you got an entitlement mentality of your identity that I'm supposed to do for you just because you have the same melanin as me, you fail. You lose. I'm sorry. So this mentality that I'm 50-50, if you do all the things I need you to do, I don't mind going 100%. Because you know what I can say to my fellas, my brothers at my job or whatever, and brag about, man, I come home 5 days a week, 6 days a week. My girl got dinner, house, everything, clothes. I smelling Downy in in the laundry room, everything. My kids are well behaved. My daughter's reading at a 6th grade level. She's in the 3rd grade. That tells me I invested in the right woman. But if I come home and I'm smelling at best takeout, I'm getting a report from the teacher saying my daughter or my son's reading at a below grade level, and I'm looking at my old lady and she's not even working or has a decent job, let alone career. I'm looking at myself like, God, Tomai, this Sunday, I'll be respectful. I failed. I chose this heifer. I didn't get Claire Huxtable. And I come from the 80s where I used to value seeing Claire Huxtable or the Mother of Family Matters. Those things matter. That's why a lot of black men don't get married at the same level, because we look at certain things we saw in life and we put our value system off of what we've seen in popular society. I don't want some damn heifer as the mother of my daughter. That's why I tell a lot of fellas, really be careful with your seed. I wish they did have male birth control, because if we did, that would trip the game out. That would tell a lot of women, you on birth control? Yeah, I don't want no baby by your hoe ass. That would put a woman in her place. Yeah, you don't have no value to me. You can't cook for me. You can't clean. You don't even have a career. You're not a nurse. You're not a teacher. You're not doing nothing to help the community. You want to take from me, whether it's child support, disability. You're in the military. I'm serving my country. I'm going for 9, 10 months deployment. You over here got this sucker in my house thinking I don't know. I got cameras around here. I got neighbors. I know, heifer. So yeah.
Yeah,
That's why.
back to let's get to this part. This is one of the big points right here.
With you, Yada,
Yes.
because we popped off with Anton last time. Should men be open to dating women with children?
He know better. He know this about to go so bad.
No. Can I be truthful?
Absolutely.
Can I be truthful, please, brother?
This round you can't be there. Last round it was a little rough. Man.
Okay. I don't believe, personally, that we should put our women in boxes. If a woman has a child or doesn't have a child, a good woman is a good woman.
My bad.
This child loves me, but the child also knows that I'm not her father, but I play a role as a father figure in her life. She's probably watching right now. And if you're watching right now, baby girl, I love you and I'm thankful for you. When a man is able to lead, guide, and protect, when a man's able to walk with the attributes of the Most High God, it doesn't matter if the woman is single or not, because if a man can lead, he can lead. It doesn't matter if the woman has 3 children, 2 children, 1 child, no child. If the man can lead, he can lead. I believe.
Shout out to all the stepdaddies out there. I've heard this account from stepfathers themselves that said, bruh, don't ever do this shit. Okay? The issues and problems that you're going to have just off the rip, right? And again, every situation is different. But for one, every child, for the most part, is going to have that longing, that wanting, that that desire to know where they came from. Who am I really? Right? Okay? Be it good or bad. Be the dad, be a piece of shit. Be a great person or whatever, right? That's going to happen. So if and once you get that questioning happening, how is this child looking at you? You know what I'm saying? There's going to always be that level of separation, right? So then when you come to the points of where, boys and girls, bro, teenage years are a motherfucker, man, right? Listen, and one thing I can't stand is a disrespectful ass child, my own even, right? So just think of this position and stuff of you thinking of where you're taking care of someone, you're protecting them, you're willing to die for this person, you're making sure they eat, you're giving them morals, values, you're giving them wisdom, all these things, right? You're being the best job you can do as a father, right? And you're giving this shit away to somebody else that you're doing another man's job. You know what I'm saying? Wow, all he got to do is motherfucking have fun on the weekends and all this other shit and la la la. And my dad is so great and my dad is this and my dad, because it's their dad. You can't be mad at the kid. And look at your dumb ass. Driving the motherfucking practice and shit every day, making sure fucking food in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? They get to the point of where they motherfucking doing shit and they cussing you out and you can't knock their ass out because of whatever. You're not my dad. Listen, you say that shit to me one time. All right, that's how it's gonna be forever.
I'm done.
That's how I'm carrying it. I sit down, little Timmy and little Susie down at motherfucking like 6, 7 years old. They understand it and be like, hey, look here. I'm gonna let you know this now. All right, remember this. When you get 13, 15, 16, or whatever, if you ever tell me I'm not your dad, I'm not. From that point on, you motherfucking
done.
little stranger to me. Understand that shit. Remember, I give him a reminder like every other 4 years or so. Remember what I told you now. No matter how mad you get, those are the fucking words you cannot say to me. And I'm saying this in front of your mama. So your mama, you hear me? You need me to fucking translate it? Espanol, motherfucking Mandarin, Chinese, whatever. All right, we understand, right? These little motherfuckers tell me ever say out of their mouth, you're not my dad. I'm not.
And fantastic.
Go ahead.
You know that video on the Discovery Channel? You don't even have to tell it to them. Show them how the lions do with the mama's cubs from a previous. Let me say that's the mentality. I'm not saying I'm gonna put my hands on you, but that's you're dead to me. You're dead to me, and that's how in nature, why, like you say, like lions or other animals, sometimes they get rid of the other cubs from a previous. Like you're dead because they already realized you're not from my loins. You're not my seed. So when you say them other words, you're not my dad, you're not my father. Who are you? Okay, you're dead in my head. Okay, you're just another.
Well, Mr. KP, I don't think people understand. They don't call it infanticide. What do they call it? When the father kills the offspring of the people before. Like, so for one, you got to understand that's competition, bro.
Exactly.
That's competition for your.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah, that's competition for your seed. That's competition for, you know what I'm saying, when we kill these wildebeests and shit and put our life on the line or whatever. You know what, KP, I'm glad you said this. It's another thing too, man. Listen, everybody talk about, oh man, all the fucking male lions do is just sit down while the women go do the work. No, dumbass nigga. It's literally 9 to 1. It's only one fucking male in the situation. That's why more women, quote unquote, the lionesses hunt more than the lions, because it's fucking 9 to 1. This motherfucker's so dominant, he hunts also, but it's only one of him. So you're always gonna see more fucking female lions goddamn hunting, because it's simply more of them in the pride than the male.
And another thing too, the lions have to they have to feed the male lions in order to have energy to protect against other male lions that might want to take over the territory. That's the whole point. Yeah.
That and hyenas and other predators. You ever seen them videos of the hyenas trying to attack female lions and then the male shows up?
My opinion in my heart, that when a man is truly invested into God and into bettering himself, God's going to send him an aid, regardless if the aid has a child or no child. I don't think we should keep telling women, oh, your value is lowered because you have children. That makes no sense. Now, brothers, I believe that if you're unable to even deal with your own personal emotions, I think you should stay alone and by yourself, or get with a woman that has nothing else going on. You can probably grow together. But when you're coming into a woman's life that has a child, you have to be able to lead. You have to be able to father. You have to be able to teach, and you have to be able to love unconditionally, because I love my wife's child as if she's my own flesh and blood. So I don't believe personally that we should put a woman in the box because a man might overlook a divine asset sent to him by God just because she has a child. I don't agree to that. And that's like me telling a woman, overlook this man because he has children. No, I believe.
For one, it's not the same. Okay. The man is expected to be the provider and protector of children, regardless in any situation. He's supposed to be the motherfucker that no matter what happens, everybody ends up all right. The woman's supposed to be the fucking nurturer, bro. She's supposed to be the caregiver, right? Not be the person that's out here that if everything motherfucking goes wrong, she gets the blame. So it's not the same as when a man has a fucking child. If a man has a child with has children and he comes into a relationship, that woman is not expected to step up, right? She's not expected to fucking step up and take care of that man's kids like he's supposed to over him. But when it's the other way around, that man is expected to step up and take care of that woman and her children more than she does her goddamn self. Can we stop with the bullshit, bro? Stop.
An asset is an asset. A woman that has a child isn't a liability. And if she's coming into your life to help you maneuver into becoming your greatest version, because a woman can help a man become greater emotionally and mentally, she adds on to the man. And if the child is there, this man, especially if he doesn't have children, he can learn how to father through this. So ladies, please hear me. Your value is not dropped because you have children. Men, please hear me. Your value is not dropped because you have children. Some of you, or some of us, me included, weren't taught how to properly wait until marriage to have children. So I'm speaking to the brothers that's trying to figure out by themselves. I'm speaking to the women that's trying to figure out by themselves. Love you.
Ma'am, you having children, especially the number of children you have and the number of children you have by the number of men you had them by, all fucking take away your value. Every man, ideally, that doesn't, especially we're talking, and again, I'm specifically speaking to the majority of black men, childless, okay? Obviously not married, okay? I'm speaking to the majority, okay? Majority of black men, okay? You lose value to that man. You lose value to him. Because why should he come in second fucking place willingly? Why would he willingly enter into a fucking second place situation as to where you've already given your most precious prized fucking possession to another man before him? And that's giving him a fucking child. Okay? As much as we know black women take the advantage of the abortion system, right? You chose, for whatever reason, to get pregnant, go through the whole full pregnancy and give birth and bring this fucking life into the what's name. That's a gift that you can never give again. So that already know, for whatever reason or whatever it may be, that nigga right there mattered. He had some shit I'll never ever be able to get out of you. Brothers, that's the way you got to start looking at that shit. Now, I'm not saying because a woman has children, she should just fucking, grow old and die alone or whatever. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm to the single man, yes. And that's the majority of black men. Your value is and should be lower because he shouldn't accept fucking coming into a situation being fucking second place. Now, to the motherfuckers that's already got kids, hey, y'all come together and work it out and figure some shit out and so on and so forth. I'm not gonna be unrealistic. Everybody fucking wants happiness. Everybody needs fucking companionship. Everybody wants a relationship at some point in time. But to the fucking woman that's already got kids, and especially multiple kids by multiple different niggas, baby, you're not due, and you're not owed the cream of the fucking crop. No, you're not. That's the fucking harsh reality of it. And that's the shit that motherfucker all these panderers will never say. And most of you niggas scared to say out loud because you think if you say it, you ain't never gonna get no more pussy again from black women. Y'all can go ahead, man. Hop back in it. Miles, it's on you, brother. Go ahead. Appreciate your patience, bro.
Very much appreciated. How's the whole panel doing today?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Nothing much. So on this particular topic, I wanted to talk about it because because I'm 25 years old, and I actually personally know 3 guys that are in my age range. That like one's 28, one is 27, and another one is 21. To where they're all single fathers that have full custody of their children, and to where the one that's 21, the woman he had the child with, she willingly gave up the child to him, like delivered it to his house and everything, and has not contacted him at all about the child. And he's been taking on that responsibility for the past. Now his son's 2 years old, so at 19 is when the child was born. He's had that sole responsibility for 2 years while also dealing with that child being in college. So now, from what I'm understanding, how women the younger generation now, they're even when they have the child, they're not even willing to take on the responsibility.
Yeah, no, bro. Yeah, they definitely all about, hey, either give them up for adoption or drop them off at the damn remember they got baby boxes. Oh yeah, the firehouse. They got baby boxes now, man. A woman can literally have a baby, say, hey, I don't want to take care of it, so on and so forth. And they have devices around the country as to where she can just, with no muss, no fuss, take the baby to it. And listen, ladies, I am not saying this is a bad thing. I would much rather you turn that child over to, the state, the authorities, the firehouse, whoever, someone that's actually going to take care of it, than keeping a child that you don't want and making it suffer through a life of horror because you know what I'm saying, whatever, or you know what I'm saying, you doing something that's where you hurt them greatly or delete that child. So I am in any way, shape, form, or fashion for the thing of where I'm all for a woman giving up her children if she knows she's not fit and capable of fucking taking care of that child, because there are plenty of people out here that, bro, I don't think people try to play down and talk about how much the foster system and shit is broken. Yeah, the foster system is the cruelest and harshest to older children. But young kids that haven't been imprinted and haven't been taught bad habits, people take them kids off immediately. So about any means or whatever, so on and so forth, if you don't want these kids, man, hey, give them up and let them give them the opportunity to have a family that will, you know, take care of them and give them a life better than you ever could imagine.
The other thing too is that the fact that they never complain. The guys never complain about having their children. They don't ever complain. What's I'm saying? How's it with your child? Oh, I'm just making it work.
Hey,
I'm
hey,
making
hey,
it work.
Miles. I was a single dad for like 10 months, bro. On sea duty, right? I'm down here. I got a brand new house. My kids are down here. It's just me and them, right? I'm working fucking 10-hour days, 5 days a week. Sometimes I gotta go in on a fucking weekend for dumb shit or whatever. And I'm dealing with 3 kids, all under fucking 5 years old or 5 and under, right? And you know what and bro, it was a time of our life. That's why I don't understand how women be talking about it's so hard, it's so difficult, it's so dead. It's like, bitch, I've done it. What are you talking about? No, it's not. It's very, very simple. And that's in a case of where children are most dependent. They can't go get their own fucking food. They can't just throw some shit in the microwave. I gotta feed you. I gotta bathe you. I gotta make sure, you know, if you're sick, I gotta give you medicine. I gotta make sure you're safe. I gotta keep an eye on you in you know, in crowded situations and shit. Bro, men excel, and that's the reason why. Even statistically, it'll tell you children do better when it's a single father versus a single mother, because men's just approach to it, man. It's like men's idea of duty, bro. I owe it to my motherfucking kids, bro, that if I gotta die today, I'm gonna die. Women, I told you, women, that survivalist nature of a woman kicks in for herself over everything. One of the meme, remember? I gotta put me first. I gotta put me first. Women were that's why these women will bring these fucking predators around their children, because they worried about being happy more, and they worried about fucking their own fucking situation than even considering that, hey, I don't know this nigga. How the fuck and why the fuck is he fuck? For one, why is a man needing to move in with me? You know what I'm saying? 3 months or 5 months into the fucking relationship. Why would I move a man in with me? Not only move a man in with me, but I'm moving a man in with me with a child or children. But because of that fucking selfishness, bro, they don't give a fuck. They just I need some happiness too. I need some fun. I need somebody to talk to. I can't just talk to these kids. Bro, we've all seen women say this shit in the age of social media. All these excuses. So, man, shout out to your peoples, man. Yeah, shout out to the brothers out here, man. Shout out to the single fathers, man. Shout out to the dads, bro. I've been there, done that. That's why bro, I speak with so much conviction, because I know what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. Just like Miles said, I've seen dads have to do that shit, bro. Women just pick the fuck up and leave or not give a fuck. Or women that are like strung out and like in bad situations. Crazy. Fathers are, bro, more likely than not, man, the dad fucking steps up to the plate, bro, and not only does right, but does great about his fucking child, man. I've seen motherfuckers turn their life around, bro, and be, you know, mediocre or ain't shit motherfuckers and give a shit about nothing. And now they got to take care of a kid, bro, and it helped them transform into men. Wonderful fucking men, just off the strength of like, hey, it ain't just me no more.
The other
Shout out
thing
to fucking Big Boy, just real quick. He said, hey, can't depend on feeding the baby off that dope money. Ain't gonna always be sufficient. This is a nigga that was, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? So that's what I'm talking about, man. A man's mentality and understanding how important it is for him to be there for a child and his duty to those children, bro, is like it's definitely you know, underrated, and I think it's purposely looked over, because at the end of the day, women know. For the most men, you got some ain't shit motherfucking niggas that turn into fucking baby mamas. It's some baby mamas with dicks out here, pause. But you know, for the most part, most men are going to fucking step up to the plate, man, and like you said, supersede expectations when it comes to their own children.
I even had to give my one homeboy, because he's right now in college playing college football, and now that he has that kid, he's like, he graduates in 2 years. I told him, does he know what he wants to do yet? And I told him the possible route for you is if you want just to become a firefighter for the city, so that you have benefits, you have insurance, life insurance, and you're able to physically take care of your son at a young age.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, man. And shout out to brothers giving young brothers advice. And that's what we're here for, man. That's what we need. Shout out to Miles, man. That's what I'm saying. Even that, and that, like, so even the friend groups, right, and the camaraderie we have, bro. Most of the time, I'm not gonna let my nigga, man, just run off and do some crazy shit. Now, can I stop him? No, but am I gonna give him sound advice, or am I gonna set him up and put him in the best position I can? That's another thing that black men especially do. You know what I'm saying? And we just don't talk about it a lot, man. But shout out to Miles, man, because like I said, a lot of these young fellas out here do have good heads on their shoulders, man, and they're making the right decisions. You know what I mean? Less brothers are having kids, you know, like I said, like than what it was when we were younger and all this other stuff. And because we're talking about these things, they know the red flags, they know better. Hey, aim for the throat. Like I tell you all the time, man. Don't be skeeting off in these holes, man. Let me get compassionate and callous in here, brother. Really appreciate it. Go ahead. Passing the callus, you there? He'll just come up. I'll keep playing the video.
Yourself and never lower your value, regardless if you had children or not. Excuse me.
There you have it. We 100% disagree on this one.
Okay.
The previous two, we had some overlap and we had some agreements. This one we don't. I like to get to the core root of the problem. And I think that what we do as a culture and as a society is we enable bad behavior by saying that it's okay. And it's not. It's not. The person that you have children with, the person that you have sex with, that's your husband, that's your wife. Before any of these Western modern laws that then incentivize people to get married, the person that you opened up your legs to was your husband.
Now, again, this is my problem with what Anton's talking about, bro. It's just unrealistic. That those days are over. The Bible even tells you there's a time for this, there's a time for that in the season, right? We're past the season of the biblical living in ways, brother. So you got to stop speaking from this point of where the person you have sex with is your husband or your wife, brother. No, nigga.
Maybe not the person you have sex with, but if you're having a kid with somebody.
No, I agree with the kid part. No, so I agree with the kid part. The person you should be having your kid with should be your quote unquote husband or wife. Okay. And be it spiritual, be it whatever, so on and so forth. That I do agree with that. But as far as just saying casual sex is not going to go anywhere, bro. It's not. Again, it's not happening. So we got to stop speaking from this realm of like, Jesus still walking around with the sandals, motherfucking healing people. It's over with.
And so we have too many broken homes and we're trying to puzzle this thing and Tetris it together to justify that it makes sense. Now, is there circumstances, because I'm never going to speak on somebody else's situation. I speak in general. I don't know him. I would never speak on his children or his wife. That has nothing to do with me whatsoever, brother. Right? So I have the utmost respect for him and his family. Thank you. So I'm just speaking in general. All right. So I want to make sure that I preface that because I don't want there to be any attacks. Right. But my point is that we need to get back to the core and the root, because if you removed the safety net, people would be more accountable for the things that they did and who they opened up their legs to. Right now, more than ever, there's a pandemic, an epidemic of women celebrating women having children out of wedlock. And we know.
I told y'all who told y'all this? Who told you? Who told you first? The future is baby mama, bro. The future is baby mama. And now you have what's her name, y'all? I can't think of her name. Ebony K. Williams. Ebony K. Williams saying that I forget the term she made up, but purposely, you get to be successful and you get all this money and you the boss bitch and you got your PhD and you're this and you're that and you're all these different things. Hey, you go out here and be what did she say? Something mom. Help me out, y'all. I remember in the chat. Help me on the chat, y'all. If we cover this, I'll give the term she gave. But anyway, Ebony Williams made up a term for Black women that are highly successful and they can afford in vitro and insemination, all these different things and so on and so forth. As to, she said, these relationships with Black men no longer value us, right, or give us benefit. So just go out here, get a fucking sperm donor, and purposely become a motherfucking single mother in your 40s.
And if that baby don't come to term,
But let's just think about that. We're not even just talking about the point, and this is why I don't think people are seeing the seriousness of the escalation in this. We're going from them just celebrating the fact of the matter that, yeah, girl, you know, again, people was congratulating the girl that's allegedly pregnant by Anthony Edwards, right? Anthony Edwards got his third or fourth baby mama within the year on the way again, right? This woman's 38 years old. Drea Michelle, everybody's celebrating Drea. Drea out here celebrating because Jalen Green just got one of the biggest extension. Bro, these women are putting it out here that, hey, you survive off your pussy and the baby that comes out of it. Try to hit the baby daddy lottery, get the best possible nigga you can get so you can get the biggest motherfucking return of money on it. All right, but if that don't work, hey, the motherfucking government always there. You feel me?
Know that statistically speaking, that is a bad situation. You are more likely to end up in jail. You're more likely to join a gang. You're more likely to need therapy. You're less likely to be successful when it comes to future relationships. You're less likely to become a millionaire and earn as much. You're more likely to have debt as a result of student loan debt and things and so on and so forth. And so if we don't solve for this problem as a culture, we have to remove the incentives for people to think that it's okay to have families outside of the covenant that God has ordained for us to have. Now, do circumstances happen? Absolutely. But it absolutely does not. That is not the majority. Most people are intentional. And let me address something else that he said. By the time that we are able to bust one, we know what's right and wrong. You know that you should not be having children out of wedlock. This is not something that we have to discover. At a very basic level, we know better. And that's why I can speak to men when I say the majority of men, especially Black men, do not have children out of wedlock. That is a small minority of men that is populating the majority of these women. And we don't really want to hold them accountable because we know that women are the biggest consumers.
You can't hold them accountable when the bitch is still gonna fuck them. Somebody came at me on the shit because, you know, the girl went viral for, you know, catching herpes allegedly or whatever, right? Bruh, There's no way to hold a hoe accountable. Hoes gonna fuck who they want to fuck. That's why there's no need in trying it. There's no need for me to speak to the Pookie and Ray Ray or the Notorious Nutter and tell them, hey man, you should really stop having these kids out here. You really should stop having these kids out here. You should really stop just, getting all these hoes pregnant and nutting in them and skeeting in them raw. Bro, that nigga don't care. But the problem is the only person that can stop him is who? The women giving him they pussy. I, as a man, can't motherfucking do nothing with this nigga. Oh my God, pull him off of her. Get her off. No, bitch, that's not my job. Just you don't give that nigga there your pussy. There are billions of dicks out here. Don't fuck that one. But for whatever reason, black women specifically like the same dick, the same archetype. The more motherfucking baby mamas a nigga got, the better. It's like the stronger the motherfucking gravitational pull is. It's crazy. So no, I'm not going to waste my time telling another man what to do with his dick when a bitch going to always give him a pussy to put it in. That's not on me. That's on them. That's their fight. That's their problem. That's that they can literally fix. Hey, this nigga got motherfucking, 2 or more baby mamas. We're not fucking them. The same way y'all said about the boring niggas. This is where the shit start getting good now. The lames, the boring niggas, y'all niggas ain't in the streets and we don't feel protected. The same rules y'all make for the lames and shit, right? At least for the first fucking 10 to 15 years of your adulthood. Because all of y'all settle down. I'm tired of these street niggas. I need some security. I need some, protection. I'm tired of that. And bitch, the same motherfucking attitude and the way you say that shit, motherfucking early, just motherfucking flip them fucking mentality. Just like you say what you don't like about motherfucking the regular niggas, the boring niggas, the 9-to-5 niggas, the blue collar niggas, the doctors, the lawyers, all this other shit. You want the drug dealer, you want the scammer, you want the slider, the rider, the nose wiper. Bitch, you can do the motherfucking same thing when it comes to just flip it. But if that's not the decision you want to make, hey, don't come to me with no motherfucking, man, these niggas are getting everybody pregnant. No, bitch, you letting him. These hoes out here just getting pregnant by these niggas. That's what it is. It's not the niggas out here getting these hoes pregnant. It's out here that these hoes are getting pregnant by these niggas. It's a big difference. And until black people motherfucking step up to the motherfucking plate and admit that shit, we gonna keep having the fucking same problem we having. Like you said, it's a minority of niggas having a majority of the babies. Okay?
And so again, I'm not here to make people feel good. I'm here to tell them the truth. No, I do not think that a man needs to practice becoming a father to a child that's not his and trying to figure it out to negotiate and work with another man that wants to probably at some point participate in his child's life because it is a zero-sum game. And I know so many people that regret the day that they ever decided to get into a relationship with a woman that then ultimately should have went back to her child's father. Go back to your child's father and work it out. Because that's the person that you created the covenant with. That's the person that you married according to God's law. Go fix it. That's what you need to do.
Now, what if a woman is saying that this man is just absolutely egregious? That's just somebody I was. It's not even something that I can repair, go back to.
It's not about you.
How do you give that woman?
It's not about
advice?
her. It's about the child. Everything that you do at that point to bring somebody into this world that didn't ask to be here is what's best for the child. You remove yourself. You got to put down with self and up with God. What is in the best interest of that child? Is it in the best interest of that child for you to be raising that child in a 2-parent household with the father? And if so, why didn't you think about that before you opened up your legs to him? Because we got over 100 different forms of contraception. It's not about how you feel. It's about the child. I do the thing that's in the best interest of my child, not me.
Again, man, that's the biggest thing. That's what I said. Again, hashtag, where are the female condoms? Where are the female condoms? Oh, you should have wore a condom. 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 Okay, where's her condom at? They make the female version. You know that, right? Why is it the man always on the onus is on the man when the man holds the least amount of motherfucking he holds the least amount of
contraceptives,
punishment of bad outcome or even everything. Black women constantly talk about and repeat high mortality rate. Most women, black women die from pregnancy and childbirth than anybody else in any other group. Okay, bitch, so why you keep putting your life on the line? Why you keep playing Russian roulette with your pussy, baby? Huh? Letting all these niggas nut up in you. Where are the female condoms? I've never seen one. Not one. I've never seen one. Yet still the onus is on the man again to cover up his dick, which I agree with to a degree. But again, at the same time, since the woman motherfucking holds the most risk, she's the motherfucking most responsible to make sure she motherfucking protects herself from it. That's point blank period.
I put myself last. But I also understand that the things that I do in my greatness, she's the beneficiary of it. And I would never, ever, under any circumstance, let another man raise my child.
And that's beautiful. What he's saying is beautiful. And he's coming from a place of being raised by mother and father. But you have so many women that never seen their father. They've never known that a woman should get married before they have children. Hold on, bro. Let me speak. Because majority of young
man, let me get these couple cash apps. Hey, I greatly appreciate you guys for the support, man. Keep hitting the like button for me. Keep hitting the like button for me. Keep hitting the like button for me. Shout out to my man, MGTOW 2020, brother. Greatly appreciate you for the 10 ball on the cash app. He said, "For I have no regrets for getting my vasectomy." Salute to you too, brother. I greatly appreciate you. And shout out to my man, Valet Waste Disposal again, man, for another 2, brother. Greatly appreciate you.
Girls are they're starting to lose their virginities at very young ages as children, looking to replace that feeling of not having a father. They just want to feel some form of masculine love. So if this child made a mistake at 15 or made a mistake at 16 by sleeping with the wrong man that promised her the world, oh, baby, I love you. Oh, baby, I'm thankful for you. Oh, baby, I'll never leave you. And she got into this woman's head because, like you said, fathers should know and teach their daughters right or wrong. You do agree, correct? Mm-hmm. So if the father isn't there and she's running behind a masculine energy and this man is saying, I love you. I'll never leave you. I'll never cheat on you. And she falls in love with this man now saying, I want your body. If you love.
Now again, listen, he just told you that the dangers of being in love, right? Even this nigga know. This nigga know how dangerous in love is. That's why as a man, you should never do it. That's just a manipulation tactic, bro. It may be there and it's gonna happen for a season. You find that right, the one, you're gonna have that in love feeling, bro. You know what I'm saying? But the wonderful thing about it is that's when you measure yourself, take a step back, and be like, okay, let me make sure this shit's real. Let me make sure she has this quality. Let me make sure she has that quality. Make sure she has this capability. Let me make sure that she really is who she say she is, and it ain't just that she finds a motherfucker. It ain't just that them titties big. It ain't just that ass off. It ain't just that head good. It ain't just that pussy great. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just that, right? Shout out to the feet niggas. It ain't just because the feet pretty. You feel me? It's because her as a whole person, bro. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the motherfucking physical shit, right? She's that. She really does what you need her to do for you overall. Not just the touchy-feely, you know what I'm saying, make you fucking feel warm and cozy on the inside shit. You gotta stay away from that in love shit, bro. You gotta get out of that shit as soon as you recognize it.
Let me get your body. She doesn't know right from wrong because she didn't see no man.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the one thing that would especially help. The only way you could, I would tell guys, the only way you should be in love is if she has unmovable loyalty to you. That's the only, which is the case, is why you gotta find the one that likes you more than you like her. That's what I always tell them. That's the one you can ride it out with till the end of time. Cause she's not, her loyalty is just to you because she only sees you.
Exactly, bro. And Albert, again, yeah, bro. I like him, brother, but that ain't the first thing I go looking for. You feet niggas is different. You freaky ass, you foot fetish freaks are different. Okay, y'all are
You'll
different.
be walking around with feet outside. That should be nasty.
Yeah, y'all different.
Man growing up. Now she gives this man the body.
Mm-hmm.
Now a child is born. That means that this man right here that doesn't have any children should not get with her.
Absolutely not.
Come on, brother.
Absolutely not.
Come on, brother.
100%.
Come on, brother. Come on, brother.
Listen.
Shout out to my man JC the Conqueror, brother. Greatly appreciate you, man, for the 10 on the cash out.
At a very early age, I was never going to not have a child, or I was never going to have a child out of wedlock. It's just the facts. We was never going to co-parent. I was never going to have another man in my child's life.
That's beautiful.
And this is the sentiment of most men, especially black men. This is a norm within our culture. Go and look it up. It's data. It's statistics. This is not my opinion. This is a fact. And again, I'm going to go back to the core of what I said in the very first conversation. You can solve for 99% of all men that are doing the wrong thing, and 1% of men can populate the majority of the earth with women that choose to be with this one man. At some point, every single person, including women, have to be accountable for the thing that they did and open up their legs to. And we also know that women are the ones that initiate the majority of the divorces. So they're walking away from their households and becoming single parents by choice. This isn't something that they're being forced to. So when because he's a great salesman, I got to give you that.
Come on, brother.
No, you're phenomenal.
Come on,
you do the whole crying thing.
Come on,
oh my
brother.
God.
Come on, brother. You're showing sassiness right now. Come on, brother.
No. This is what
Come
you
on, we
said.
men now, brother.
No, listen.
Come on, we men
oh
now.
my God.
Come on now, brother.
I didn't know a man, and so as a result, I was looking for love, and so I had this child. You know what I hear? Excuses. Let me add on something real quick, right? Yeah, great salesman.
This man right here.
I see why you got a great product.
This man, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. This man right here. I don't want to attack Antoine. Let me say that. No, hold on.
My life is perfect.
I want to make sure my words is accurate. Let me not try to attack Antoine. Let me say it like that. It's toxic to teach a woman to stay in a home where there's no form of love or safety or security, because that teaches the woman, the young child, it teaches the young girl that she should grow up and stay in a.
Why is she fucking getting in a relationship and putting herself in a position to have a child with a man like that in the first place? Why? Why is she choosing an abusive nigga off rip? How does she not know? How does she not spend enough time with this man, right? Because again, none of these motherfuckers just change overnight, right? To find out and figure out he was a fucking abusive, that he's jealous, that he's just all these horrible fucking things. Well, because he looked good to her.
And
you know
fantastic.
Oh, go ahead.
We just found out recently, Sherelle Rosado, Ochocinco's chick you've been dating for the last 2 or 3 years, got a baby by her. In fact, she had went on a podcast, as they always do, admitted that she cheated on her husband with Ochocinco, Chad Johnson, mainly because she was physically attracted to him. She going off for a lustful nature. Now, he recently, I guess they've broken up. He proposed to her a couple months ago or a year ago at the most. So they've been engaged for that long. And I guess he hasn't been pushing it or whatever. It might be behind the scenes, but she announced that they're not going to be together no more. He saw her character on that podcast when she announced how she cheated on her previous husband on him. Plus the fact that he's worried about divorce, like you just mentioned. Having a child by one with, because she's an attractive woman, don't get me wrong, but he's not going to risk his many years of playing sports and in the media for a 2 or 3, 4 year marriage, to which now he's going to end up giving up a good amount of it in a divorce settlement. No, because he saw her character. She knows she looks good. She uses that as her bait, her candy, so to speak. And he knows that, because he already had his previous relationship with other women. Negativity broke out in the end. That's how it is. You see a woman's nature, not a woman's nature, meaning in general, a person, an identity of one woman, her nature. No matter how good she looks, you're like, nah, you're just a hit and split. I'm not risking my well-being just to make this ideal picture of us being married in the photos, and then 5 years later, you're initiating divorce and taking all what I worked hard for just because you look good at the time period. No. So I'll say this in closing. A lot of men got to realize this. Background, like you said earlier, fantastic about the stock. You got to be like a psych evaluator. You got to realize where she comes from. She comes from a 2-parent household. How was her relationship with her father? Was she a decent daughter that respected her dad, her mom? If she wasn't, don't deal with her, because if she hasn't been able to respect the people that brought her in the world, how does she respect you? She'll just see you as, like I said earlier, a means to an end, a train. Because she only cares for herself. She uses her children. That's how bad a woman can be as a lottery ticket. Look at Anthony Edwards. These women knew he had multiple other women pregnant around the same time. They still wanted him to get them pregnant because they see the children as a lottery ticket. We don't respect life. Can you respect that woman that brings it in the world? Hell no. Hell no. Thanks for having me on, Fantastic.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Complicated and callous. You ever come up, bro? Compassionate and callous. You still there? You muted. Okay, cool. We'll keep it rolling.
In a relationship with a man that's abusive, that attacks her mentally and physically, emotionally, we have to understand the majority of women will not leave a place where she feels safe. She will not leave a place where she feels loved. Men keep screaming that women are leaving men or divorcing men in high numbers because these women are no longer happy. They no longer feel safe. They're not being financially provided for. They're taking care of grown men. And I know brothers, right? that are amazing fathers, amazing fathers, and raising their bonus children. These bonus children aren't curses, they're blessings. And any man that's able to lead another child that's not biologically his, I salute you. Because the average man will not understand that. Again, Antoine was raised in a home with two parents, which is beautiful. Like I can't.
And he's saying that like that's a knock on me.
Hold on. No, I'm saying it's beautiful.
He's beautiful. Like that's something that's what you're supposed to do.
Brother. No, it's beautiful that he was raised in a home with two parents. But a lot of people didn't have the privilege of seeing that. So they're making mistakes, brother. They're making mistakes. She fell in love with the wrong. She fell in love with the wrong man. Whatever happened. But ladies, do not allow this man up here to make you feel like you're not deserving of a man. Or man, if you're in a relationship with a woman that has children, do your thing. I salute you. It takes a real man to be able to step up and be a father when no one else is.
No, it's not about do your thing. It's about going back to the thing that you committed.
No, it's a real dummy. It takes a real dummy to do that, bro. Again, brother, if you have kids, like I said, a brother always has kids or whatever, you both got kids or whatever, so on and so forth. I can happily understand that. You know, it is what it is. She's a great woman. You both have kids. You're on the same level, right? It makes sense. But for the single man, it's the majority. We're talking about the majority of black men. No, brother, don't do that. And from what he's saying, that's what he did. This dude is also successful, and he's the example and epitome of what we talk about for the son husband and the simp, goddamn condition of black men. Bro, you're the first multimillionaire of your fucking family, and you take care of everybody, and everybody else depends on you. And the woman you chose to give all of that to was a woman that already let another man into her womb. And you know what I'm saying, brought forth his seed, a nigga that more likely than not don't have a half or tenth or anything compared to what you have, and now you're going to elevate another nigga's leftovers to your queen, your goddess, this divine, you know what I'm saying, status that you're talking about the black woman at, brother. That's a sucker's bet. That's what you call a sucker's bet. All right. Now again, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, when you see situations like that come about, you understand more and more reason why Marquise Houston married the woman that he found. Like, you completely understand that, because he's like, I can't date my age because of that. He doesn't want to be put in that it's a compromising situation to be put in, and to be in a compromising situation is uncomfortable for you. So he's going to a place where he can be comfortable and be himself.
Yeah. Less problems, man. Less problems and less, baggage.
To in the first place. And again, they always keep saying, do your thing. I'm surprised you ain't said queen at some point. Queen? Do your thing, queen. Do your thing, queen. At some point, you need to hold your parents accountable, right? Because again, we keep hanging this on the hats of men instead of hanging it on the hats of the people that came before you and put you in this position in the first place. I agree. So let's remove this whole thing that it's on men. It's not. It's not on all men. That's
Hey, shout out to Anton, man. Again, Hey, I might not be big enough to say it, but hey, man, like I said, I'm glad somebody's motherfucking and again, Anton's come a long way, right? But it's not black men's fault. We talking about it is not black men's fault. You cannot people, and then let me say this too. Y'all don't know what fucking leadership is. You don't. Okay? You do not know what leadership is, right? Y'all, a leader does not motherfucking just take the fall, no fucking matter what. No, the leader does not. At some point, a leader can motherfucking quit being a leader and say, man, fuck this. I'm out. I quit. I resign. I'm out. Fuck this. No. You're going to keep blaming me for the fucking piece of shit soldiers or the piece of shit sailors or the piece of shit Marines, or you give me the worst possible motherfuckers to run my fucking division, my company, my shop, my whatever, and you want me to motherfucking turn shit into gold. That's all you're giving me. And I'm telling you, this motherfucker here don't listen. This motherfucker here can't read. This motherfucker here don't even know what a fucking wrench is, no matter how many times I've been telling him what the goddamn wrench is. He's a bad fucking follower. Bad followers exist. And a good leader knows how to fucking point out the bad follower. Give them a chance. Give them the special attention they need to train them separately. But at a time, you have to understand, like, hey, I can't keep focusing all my time on this person that just will not get it. Whether it's just they lack the ability or capacity, or they're being malicious. Right? Another big part that y'all, because motherfuckers don't know anything about this leadership shit, is you have to be understanding of when to remove the quote unquote bad apple. Because again, there's never been a fucking good apple that spoils that heals the bad bunch. All a bad apple does is create other bad apples. So if you got this asshole ass motherfucker that's, you know what I'm saying, constantly talking shit about you and this, that, and the other, and they're not doing anything of value to do nothing but take away, you need to remove that piece of shit. All right. You know what I'm saying? I get tired of everybody talking about this leadership shit, man. Niggas don't know shit about leadership. But go ahead, bro.
No, you was cooking. That's 100%. I mean, I think, like you said, it's a fundamental lack of understanding of hierarchy and leadership ultimately. Like in our community, it's the burden of leadership is placed on. I've heard somebody put it perfectly. They said basically black men are asked, what the dynamic black men are in is essentially like they're security guards that are hired to secure a building that they have to break into every morning before they secure it. It's like we're given responsibility with no authority, and that's what's called leadership in our community. And like you just said, it's fundamental lack of understanding of what leadership is.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Shout out to the Little Plastic Room. Greatly appreciate you, brother, for the membership.
You're too down with the gang, you're one of my members.
Shout out to my man, 7-0-2014, brother. Greatly appreciate you for the 5. Anytime I hear of step dummies, I think of Zion. Stepdad came through taking him to all the AAU games and practices, and he don't even get a shout out. SMH. Yeah, I think his dad was a great, decent player, fairly decent player in college. His stepdad, and yeah, I know his mama didn't teach him none of that shit. He learned. So like I said, yeah, he only shot at his mom on fucking draft night. Crazy, man. Shout out to Caesar's Palace again. Greatly appreciate brother for the 2. Single mother by choice. Yes, 99.999% of women are single mothers by choices because they voluntarily had consensual sex with an ain't shit nigga, and you knew who he was, or you should have known, had the time to know who he was before you let him put a baby in you and you bring it into the world.
It's bullcrap.
What's not on all men?
It's not on this whole narrative of what we see in the culture. This is not a black man thing. The majority of men. So stop making up this narrative of an abusive household. Was he abusive? Wait. No. Let me finish. This is my question to you. Was he abusive before you opened up your legs to him?
Now, can I speak? That's cool with you.
I asked you a question.
Brother, we have men that are some pro finessers. They will give
your present company
a woman a representation of themselves. And when they've got their hooks into the woman, they turn into something different. No woman in her right mind is going to be in a relationship with a man that's negative, Nancy, breaking her down mentally, physically, and spiritually, not providing for her financially. No, they get the hooks in her. And then when he feels like he's got her in love and all she knows is him, he turns into something different. All I'm saying to you, brother, this is what I want. No, I need you to hear this. Every woman that has had a child and is not with the man aren't bad people. And every man that had a child and not with the woman is not bad people. We keep saying a man shouldn't be with a woman that has children. Why? Because she have her children, but this man has children and children aren't with them. We have to make sense of this. Why do we keep saying, man, don't be with a woman with children, but we're not saying nothing by the man that's not taking care of his children or there for his children?
I want to actually ask that question right.
That's like a Little Mermaid movie that he just made right there.
Let me ask this real quick because I want to know if you also feel that the way about men as well, because you got a daughter yourself. If you're giving her some instruction, would you pretty much instruct any woman? Is it the same rule that women should also stay away?
I would not tell a woman that don't have children to marry a man with children.
Okay.
I'm not biased on this. I'm consistent across the board. I don't think that it's could she possibly marry a good guy? Could a guy possibly marry a good woman? Absolutely. But I would never advise it because I would never tell somebody to do something that I wouldn't do myself.
Thank you, bro. Again, and this young niggas, YNs, bro. This is the difference between us. Y'all keep mixing us up. I know we 40, nigga. All right, but we not 50. That's two totally generations. That cheaper to keep shit is dead. Happy wife, happy life, nigga, dead. We not on that shit. Okay, we have an understanding of how this shit's really supposed to be in favor of the man, right? So please stop mixing us up with the generation ahead of us. We want to see y'all make it, bro. We want to see y'all have a better situation. And what's crazy is we know how much more difficult it is for y'all versus us. Okay, the shit wasn't like this, bro. When I was just fresh into the world, into adulthood, my early 20s, and even mid 20s or whatever, what have you. You know what I'm saying? Women did not move the way they moving now. And because we care about you, because we have our own sons, we got nephews, godsons, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The younger brothers ourselves, man, and those of us that are in positions where we're fathers, we're mentors, we're you know what I'm saying, we're leaders of young men, bro. Bro, we don't want to see y'all get caught up in this bullshit. We don't. So we're not gonna tell you the bullshit, bro. To where you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. You're starting off on, you know what I'm saying, on the wrong foot, right? This is a bad look, bro. You ain't got no kids and she got kids, bro. Leave her alone. I keep telling you now, I stand on this, bro. If she had one, if she got a baby daddy, nigga, she will not mind another one, especially if you are a good nigga. You come from a good home. You got a good heart. You got a good head on your shoulder. You got potential, clear potential. Thanks. My nigga. That's why and then you play with the baby and the baby get attached. And bro, that's all part of the hustle, my nigga. Take it from somebody who went through it. That's why I'm telling you, don't even do it. Now, am I saying don't get the pussy at all? No, my nigga, I know you gonna still get that pussy, okay? But nigga, that's it. Don't chill with the baby. No, I don't want to meet your kid. No, I'm not trying to do all this other shit. I'm not trying to play stepdaddy at all. Whatever, baby, this is fun and that's it. Everybody in your life ain't meant to be motherfucking serious, motherfucking wifey material relationships, bro. I'm gonna say this again. And every time I say it, people act like I say some shit that's just crazy. Bro, majority of relationships fail. Be they platonic, be they business, be they intimate, whatever. It's motherfuckers out here to this day that say they don't even fuck with their own mama, daddy, sister, brother. Okay? So if that shit can fail, you know what I mean? Why people act like it's so fucking strange as to where you get involved with a woman, you know, sexually or intimately, and the shit just don't work out. Some shit is just meant to be what it is. Every woman is not meant to be your wife. Every woman is not wife material. Same thing. Every man is not meant to be a husband. Every man is not husband material. It's gonna be some motherfuckers that's forever single. They have the bachelor and the bachelorette life for life. Cool, fine. We got to stop speaking from this place, though. And that's my biggest thing with Anton. My only thing is Anton putting the biblical lens of this as to where everyone should get in a fucking relationship when they're young and make it work and be with each other for life. Brother, that's just unrealistic. That's the only issue and problem I have with Anton is saying. Other than that, hey, man, he got the shit down to a T. Okay? We don't need the reason why we literally need to stop talking about the men at all. What about the men? Because the men have been beat the fuck down for 40 years and blamed for shit that we had nothing to fucking do with for 40 years. The men. Black men, ain't, can't, don't want, you know what I mean? Ain't shit, don't take care of kids, all this bullshit, down low, all this fucking shit. And come to find out again, when you really motherfucking look into this shit, man, and you pull back that fucking curtain, nigga, it ain't the Wizard of Oz. It's a bitch with a motherfucking bad weave and bad teeth and motherfucking bad credit and bad weight and bad everything. That's who the fuck it is, pulling the goddamn strings, telling you the whole time that it was the niggas doing it. That's why we need to shut the fuck up about, I don't want to hear shit about black men, bro. Black men are already, the majority of us are doing what the fuck we supposed to do. And we done heard y'all bitch, lie, complain, and motherfucking run our fucking name through the mud. We need to start putting 100% of the focus on the major goddamn problem. Okay? If you got cancer, motherfucker, they're not worried about your fucking toothache. Okay? They're not worried about your fucking, your sprained ankle, nigga. You focus on the goddamn cancer. And that's what we need to do right now. Stop talking to black men about anything. We not fucking with this shit. And the straight ones, y'all ain't saying shit to the brother fuckers.
They still fucking them.
And then that's the crazy part, and y'all fucking them.
You ain't supposed to say that out loud, fantastic. That's supposed to be a community secret.
Y'all know y'all at.
Ain't no secret.
I'm consistent in that. And let me correct them for a minute. Please. Nobody said that they were bad people. Okay. That's just not your people. Everybody that's a good person is not for you. Everybody that's in a situationship is not supposed to be a part of your network. Every person that's doing something good or well, they don't deserve to necessarily be in your life because your journey is different. And so I never said anybody was a bad person, but I would never advise a man to do something that I wouldn't do myself. And I would never, ever go and talk to a woman that have children.
But when you say they're not your people,
and what I would tell her is to go back with your child's father. And it doesn't mean that she can't have love. If you can finesse a man into doing it, then do so. But I would never advise my guys to do that.
When you say not your people, what does that mean?
It can mean anything. It can mean that we're not equally yoked. Maybe we don't need to do business together. Maybe we are going in two different directions. Maybe we have two different belief systems. It's a lot of different things that can identify whether or not a person is your person or your people and not.
Okay, so are you telling people they should be in relationships even though it's toxic just because of the child?
I never said that.
So when should they part ways?
I don't think that they should have got it together in the first place because you know who a person.
We're already there, brother. We're already there.
I specifically said no. I don't address if we already there.
Right.
I address. Literally. You have to take ownership and responsibility for it. I don't believe that people are getting finessed like you painted the picture. I believe because that's to say
they're not. Shout out to Anton for that, man. And again, this is why this is important that, again, no matter where you are, where you stand with the person, bro, the message matters more so than the fucking messenger, bro. As long as the message is getting out of here, bro, I'm never going to blow up doing this shit. But I'm just so glad to hear everybody fucking saying this shit. Fantastic been saying for forever. It's not black men's fault. It's not black men's fault. It's not black men's fault. Hell, we even bring a motherfucking Hamp around. Hamp even starting to understand this shit, right? I'm telling you, man, because we've been conditioned to a point of where we don't even understand it. That's why it hurts people, black men, especially when you say it. When you say it's not black men's fault, black men didn't do this. It was never the fucking shit. You have to literally go in and point it out case by case by case by case by point by point by point by point. And then in the midst of it, you're getting pushed back after you point everything out that's factual.
Fantastic. You just pointed it out. Why we get pushback is because you chipping away at a lot of black men's identity.
Yes.
Black men's identity has been built on the narrative that we are the worst thing on the planet, and we're in a perpetual state of making up for it. And you telling me that was a lie? A lot of people's psyche, normal people's psyche, not really supposed to be able to take that. And that's really what we experience that's why I say the reality is a lot of black men really ain't meant to take the red pill. They psyche can't take it. Sometimes you've been just cooking in this shit for too long that your whole entire persona and your whole psyche your whole identity is built on a lie, essentially. And to break that down is to break certain people's psyche. So certain people will crash out. I think we ain't seeing the worst of it. I think as this information get more prevalent, we're gonna start seeing a lot of black men crash out right along with black women that's crashing out right now, because a lot of guys can't take it. They're gonna lash out at us for trying to break their reality.
So I just wanted to say this, like, I'm not like a big like Anton fan or whatever. I've seen a few of his videos, but I think he's holding his own here. Like, I'm glad that he's actually giving this dude pushback, because this dude's a super simp, man. Like, I remember I seen clips of this dude, like, must have been like months or like a year plus ago. But this dude talking about like he has his wife on like a $250,000 or $500,000 salary for the year or some shit. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, that was cap. Dude's a grifter though. This is an easy debate, honestly, because Yada's a clear cut finesser. I mean, he could talk this shit to the women. I don't know how many men actually buying any of this shit he be saying, honestly. Even a simp could say this nigga's tweaking.
Yeah, it's too
I mean, we don't mind the guys who are good to their women. It's just like, don't be all just because a regular ninja can't do that. Oh, he's he's the worst guy in the world. You shouldn't be with him.
Well, that's the problem. He damn near trying to redefine or making very specific terms of what's a good black man. A good black man becomes a millionaire and gives you $250,000 a year salary. That's what he trying.
Well, I mentioned this earlier in the chat. I'm not sure if you guys already, like, if that part already played or if it's coming soon, because I did see some of this debate the other day. But yeah, that one part where he was saying that just to like ask a chick out on a date, like you need to give her $50,000. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's why I say he's a grifter. But it's a good. I mean, like, just to see. I mean, this is anybody on this panel could damn near make Yada sound dumb if we debated him. I mean, because he's lying to bitches at the end of the day for money. So
lying to women for money, yeah.
There's no
man. And like you said, it's a what Derek Jackson remix, 2024 or whatever. Like I said, I don't think people understood that too, right? When the Derek Jackson shit happened, it opened up it created a vacuum that a lot of dudes, hopped into, and he's just one of many.
Yeah.
I feel like it really started with Steve Harvey.
That women are
yeah, but the thing with the Steve Harvey shit, Steve Harvey was always towards the older women, because young hoes ain't reading no books from them niggas, right? So that was like 35 and plus. Even how many years ago was that? Think like a woman, act like a woman, think like a man, or whatever. How old?
At least 10 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, like 10 years ago. So you got, and it was still then like early on in it than what it is now. So, but Steve Hardy's all off. Hell, his audience wasn't even grown yet for the most part. You feel me? I mean, his audience was well grown, and the women now weren't even grown yet. I'm sorry, that's what I mean.
It was 2009 Fantastic.
Oh yeah, so you gotta think all the women the women that are fucking adults now, they didn't even know who the fuck Steve Harvey was. The women of now don't have his target audience.
Aren't smart. Because how did you get so smart afterwards, but you wasn't smart enough to be able to identify that he was a POS when you got with him? That's literally telling y'all that y'all idiots. You're not an idiot. You're not dumb. Most women know who the dude is that they got with and who they chased before they got with him and opened up their legs to him. You know that. That's why they say get married. Marry before you carry. That's why they say that.
So let's, because I get you pretty much talking prevention.
Correct.
Not necessarily in the situation, but I actually want to go to the situation because right now our culture is facing this situation in large numbers, Anton. So I want to get your consult for the people now in the situation because we get your stance, not putting us there.
I told you, go back with your child's father.
But here's the thing. If we have identified as well, to Yada's point, that the brother is at this point not working on himself, pretty much unqualified at this point to lead and manage a family, may not even have the desire to, do you still recommend that woman put herself in that position? Or should she,
what position specifically?
To be in a relationship with this type of man? Or should she go about parting ways and trying to find, just run it, be a single
Listen,
mom?
I took my vow serious. I don't believe in parting ways. It's death till death do us part in sickness and in health, for richer or for poor.
These are single women though, by the way.
You said part ways.
Well, again, a woman who got pregnated by a man, they're not married.
That's your husband. That's your husband. What are we talking about?
Yeah, we can't do that, Anton. You see, you're going too far, my nigga. Listen, see, that's why you got you got to step out of the pulpit at some point, brother. All right, no, it's not. That's just a bitch he fucked and nutted in raw, brother.
But that shit there, no can do, guys. All right, bitch, you going too far. No can do.
Yeah, you're going too far, Anton. No can do. Yeah, man, and that's why I say try to keep 100. Most of us, and that's why I say, man, everybody likes to act like the quote unquote the red pill community or whatever. Again, that's why I say, hey, this is black male empowerment, encouragement over here, bro. I don't ascribe to that motherfucking red pill shit because again, I'm speaking to black men for the fucking uplifting and strength and fucking just progression of black men. That's what I'm talking about, right? So, bro, we're not unreasonable. If I got kids and you got kids and we can make it work, why not? Cool, fine. Okay, but it's some brothers that say, hey, they even though they got kids, they don't want a woman with kids. That's his desire too. But being reasonable and being realistic, no one is saying that women with children are just doomed to motherfucking a life of loneliness and bitch, it is what it is and figure it out because of whatever. No, we're not saying that. And then it's different situations. A baby mama and an ex-wife is not the same thing either. Brothers do make a lot of differentiations and separations, and don't just do this blanket statement of where like all single mothers are trash. You got some extremist niggas, right? You got some extremist niggas on that side, just like you got the black woman is God niggas, right? But those are a very, very small, loud minority. Most dudes are out here, man, again, but just because of the way it is, they're dealing with a chick, they got kids too, and they don't mind it. As long as she's a fucking reasonable, sensible and likable fucking woman, you know what I'm saying? It's not a complete total fucking bitch. Hey, brother, if that's what makes you happy and y'all can figure it out and make it work, hey, go right for it. But for the majority of black men, which are single, okay, and childless, don't have children, y'all are promoting with them first. Again, remember we did the stream, y'all, to where Michael B. Jordan, and they suggested 3 women, all older than him and baby mamas, right? Well, no, two. One was a failed swirler that got a kid by a white man, that actress. Then you had Tia Mowry, was way, way older than him, and she got, you know what I'm saying? Whether she just left her fucking husband. And I forget who the third woman was. You guys remember who the third woman was, put her in there, but she was just a baby mama. We got, again, one of the most successful black men, the epitome of black male success. And all the women that fucking, it was either like, what's that stupid ass, one of these female black misandrous fucking entertainment things. All the women purposely, that's the point we point out. Listen, bro, none of this shit is about happenstance. The propaganda against black men is a daily 24/7 365 fucking thing, bro. All the shit these bitches do, bro, is something again to further fucking penetrate the mind and keep niggas in this fucking shit of where you should settle for the absolute fucking least.
Well, fantastic. The only correction I have for you is she didn't leave her husband. She graduated from her marriage, remember?
Oh yeah.
No, but my only, I think see, we got to remember the dynamics is different between, so like a man with kids and a woman with kids, they have different options because we got to remember men are buyers in the market, women are sellers. They'll never be buyers. They're looking to be bought essentially. So a man with kids is in a different position. He can reasonably say, since he's always a buyer, he can reasonably say, I got kids, but I want a woman with no kids. If she'll take the deal, I'm gonna take her because he's buying. The women on the market. I think it's perfectly reasonable to tell women with kids that, hey, you need to go back to the nigga, or you need to be perceiving the nigga you give a kid to as your permanent husband. because ain't no hopping out here trying to be basically a seller, trying to be bought, and you got crashes and fire damage on your record. Because that's what we saying is we're telling young men, don't buy a fire damaged, crashed out as roughly used vehicle when you can get a new one. Even if you got kids, you're a buyer. So if you can convince a woman that don't have kids to fuck with you like that and your kids, that's perfectly reasonable, because you gonna take care of her till she die. Ain't no women trying to take care of no men till they die. So I mean, it's a different. Yes, shorty. If you have a nigga kid, that's your your symbolic or spiritual husband. Because we're not telling niggas to scoop you. Just like we don't tell niggas, bro, are you trying to get you finna buy your first car? We don't advise to go get a fucked up, crash damaged car. If you can avoid it, get something new or newer. I mean, that's because you're a buyer. You're in a different position than we. Unless she's trying to take care of a nigga. If she's trying to take care of a nigga, she can pick whatever she want to do. She can pick whatever man on the planet that's willing to be taken care of by a woman.
I was gonna say at least come with I think also, I mean, we're kind of in the situation that we're in a little bit, so I'm not like coping or doing my little cape on for them. But also, if you are a single mother, I think you need to, if you're going to come back out in the dating market, at least try to present yourself in the best way possible out to the man who's going to come and step up and be the stepfather. It's kind of insulting when it's just like, I'm not going to try to make this guy's life better. I'm not going to try to be more presentable. I'm trying to use like friendlier words, if you guys get what I'm getting at, but like, at least try to I'm gonna, make sure that my children understand the situation and instill that, hey, there's a certain base level of respect that needs to be there. That isn't being there. So I think now a lot of men are saying it's not a thing that they want to sign up for. So I think if you at least present a good case for it, men would be able to do that, but I think that they're not doing that.
Yes, I found an article I was talking about. It was all the suggestions. All the suggestions were women that were previously married with kids and so on and so forth, older than him, less, influential, popular, whatever, so on and so forth. So their suggestions for Michael B. Jordan.
Because it used to be,
I think Jody something, and then Lala Anthony.
Oh, they wild as hell for Lala Anthony.
I mean, to my understanding, single moms in like the 90s and 80s, they were still able to kind of get scooped. And, I just know of certain situations. I even know family situations where, even though it happened, it's scooped. But now they're not doing the same thing that they were doing back then.
Fatherhood was marketed better back then. It was marketed better, and it was that's why it was not necessarily looked down upon like it is now from the men, because there was some type of honor or something to be gained in some sense from it, but it just decreased.
There was still the whole, hey, this guy's gonna be here, we're gonna respect this man, we're gonna still try to work as a unit in total and make sure that this household is good. But now more so it's like, you need to take care of and do for me, and then things may work out where they may be like, all right, well, thanks for helping us out. Bye.
That's because of
and I think a lot of men are afraid of that.
You gotta think about it. Most of them think now, even when they have children, that they're still the same person that they were before children. Like, we all know this. If a woman has children, the man that she'll date now is not the same man she would date when she didn't have children.
All right.
So the fact that we understand that lets us know that, and if she still treats that man with not with even more respect, there's no reason you should even be with her.
It's just proof that black women just generally don't respect black men, because these are obvious things that they understand. They understand a black woman with a kid understands she's a used product. She just doesn't. Black women generally aren't taught to respect black men enough to at least come out like you're selling a used product. Have some humble, shine it up, make it look good, make it a better, like the obvious shit you do when you're selling used shit. They know this. They just not saying the part that's starting to be clearly obvious. I don't respect you enough, nigga. It's a pleasure for you to fucking take care of me and my kids. What you talking about? You a nigga.
It's a polygamous relationship.
I just want to quickly say this, because I'm not sure how many dudes on the panel like are fathers. I know Fantastic is. I'm a father as well, and you know, like after like leaving my ex, like I have dated other women that have kids, right? Because that wasn't a deal breaker for me because I already had a kid, right? But I could see where like the dudes that don't have kids are coming from, like dealing with these kind of women, because like I don't know if y'all been on the apps and shit, but like you got like these chicks talking about like, you know, my kid is my world, and AKA you're gonna be second place if that. And I ain't trying to have no more kids type shit. And it's like, what is the point of you then?
Because they don't respect you.
Yeah, shout out to Caesar's Palace for the 5. Greatly appreciate you, brother. A single mother with 3 kids and 3 different baby fathers thinks she's on the same level as a woman with 0 kids. Don't fall for a man. It's all a play. And that's what it is in essence, bro. That's what it is. And the crazy part about it is those single women are still are the main ones telling the women with 3 kids and 3 baby daddies that, girl, you know your worth, queen. We're all the same. I told y'all, black women suffer from one of the worst cases of I'm every woman's syndrome. Okay. All right. There's a reason why fucking black women made that damn song. Okay, they took that shit to heart. It's so many different things, man. When you look at the psyche and the mentality of black women, bro, you really start understanding it. And that's why I say too, bro, having these talks, brothers talking about these things, and being able to juxtapose, you know, the women you grew up with, your mama, your auntie, your grandma, your sisters, and whatever, with women that are completely, totally strangers from them, right? And now you shift to the women that you're intimate with, women you're trying to establish relationship with, girlfriends, wives, fiancés, whatever, or even fucking jump offs, right? And you see how, like, again, the group thing, bro, it's like they're all linked. They're all linked, and you start, and you know what I'm saying, once you start looking at the shit analytically, and I think that's one of the major issues and problems. Black men have started to analyze and analyze accurately. This is why you're so we're attacked so viciously, and it's so what's the name to come at? Oh nigga, you an incel. Oh nigga, you don't get no pussy. Oh nigga, you broke. Oh nigga, because you're literally, like you said, you're upsetting the way the fucking machine is made to run. You're putting a fucking different code in, and it's been running off the same fucking code for forever, bro. And that's why I tell you, man, we have to keep this shit going, make it grow. And you know, make sure more young brothers out here, bro, because that's what's gonna change it. You know what I'm saying? The niggas, us and niggas before us, bro, we pretty much made the bed. We gonna make it. It is what it is. But the ones coming after us, if we can program them properly and deprogram them from the fucking propaganda and the bullshit, the shit will actually motherfucking change. You know, a couple generations.
You can't take it back. Ain't no take backs. We in this. It's me and you till we die. We gonna figure it out.
I don't believe.
No. They asked me the question.
I never believe I'm hearing this.
We gonna figure it out. We gonna work it out. We gonna do it. We gonna make it happen. We gonna take on the world, and we gonna take over the world. It's some things that we gonna have to figure out together. But you just can't leave after you got somebody pregnant. You can't leave after you get pregnant. What you talking about?
Now the problem with that is, again, Anton's talking about this only from one side, to where now he's overreaching in his assessment of the women, but now you're not considering the man at all, right? That's the other part of it that was wrong in the situation. Listen, if that hoe want to go, let her go. A woman that does not want to be with you will never fucking respect you, and no amount of you working it out is going to come out in your favor. Okay? If the bitch want to go, let her leave, bro. Move on. Do not hold on to that shit. I do not agree with that at all. A bad relationship is a bad relationship. It's bad for everybody. It's bad for you. It's bad for her. It's bad for the kids. Okay? And the shit could turn out to where somebody motherfucking going to see Uncle Charles. Every day you have to cry. Yeah, just because you leave her do not mean you left her kid. I tell people this shit all the time. You left your family. No, I left my ex-wife. You left your family. No, I didn't. I left my ex-wife. My son is very much a part of my life. I you know what I'm saying? I am very much a motherfucking imprint on his life. You know what I'm saying? So no, stop saying that. This is another thing, like I said, where we have to, you know what I mean, look at this shit and have the uncomfortable conversation, because no, I do not believe in the man is going to suffer way more than a woman in staying in a motherfucking work it out situation. I just can't co-sign that.
I will say, if together they have a son, that man should just take the son automatically, because the mannerisms he'll adopt from the mother as he's in those formative years are going to be detrimental to him as he grows up. So it's better for the son to grow with the father and to just watch him interact as a man in his formative years to be able to become the man he's supposed to be.
Exactly, Miles, and I would say that too. Listen, and this is another thing. I've been waiting to do this shit, and I'm gonna set it up. And I really want to. Hey, all the single fathers out here, man. If you do me a huge favor, I definitely want to have a stream just about that, right? Single fatherhood. We haven't done that officially, and I think we need to come together and have that conversation. I would like to do it. So put the fucking flags out here, whatever, man, because I want this to be, full panel and brothers giving their experience, good or bad, you know what I'm saying? So, but one of the and people are gonna think this shit is diabolical or whatever, but bro, we have to start encouraging children in bad situations with their mother to get their what do you call it?
What's the
name
story?
is emancipation. Yeah, we have to encourage these children in bad situations with these parents, and I think that usually you can be emancipated usually around 15, 16 years old. If your mom ain't shit and she's not doing anything good about you and so on and so forth, and this ain't just a way for men to get out of child support and shit like that and so on and so forth, but it will save so many situations. We definitely need to start stressing this as a opportunity, because it's crazy, right? So the young girl that gets pregnant, the first thing they give her what is, well, you don't have to have this baby. You can always, go and, hey, people make mistakes, and it's no problem in you deleting this child, so why can't we do the same thing when it comes to, hey, well, your mama ain't shit, right? You in here, y'all plucking roaches out of the fucking cereal. It's a different nigga over here every night. You've been dealing with this for fucking 16 years and you really had no options. But now you can fucking claim your emancipation and you can come live with me. Right? And be in a better fucking situation. You know what I'm saying? You safer, you come out better, so on and so forth. And like you said, in those formative years of where, a person's trying to, you're going from adulthood, teenagehood, teenagers to adulthood, that's very, very critical. So I think that's a thing too we definitely need to start talking about more, and not, it's not brainwashing your child or anything like that. But like I said, it's so many things these kids are inundated with. Fuck it, man. They always do this shit to where if the man actually wants his child and is trying to rescue his children from a bad situation, bro, he's in the wrong. He should just fight. You love them kids and you fight for your kid. No, motherfucker, my kids just need to be with me. That's the better fucking outcome. Go ahead.
Well, fantastic. Like, I wanted to build off of what you said earlier when you were saying that the whole you left, like you left us kind of thing. I've actually experienced that as well, where it was kind of like my ex was telling my kid, like, he left us. I'm like, I had to tell my kid, which I was like told by like even males in my family were telling me, fucking, like, you can't tell your kid that kind of stuff. But I told my kid, I was like, I didn't leave y'all, I left her.
Yeah.
Well, sorry.
And like I said,
like to better explain it, it's like I didn't leave you, I left her.
Yeah. Shout out to an ancient man, brother. Greatly appreciate you for the 10. In the event that ended me dating the community was when my childless ex-girlfriend tried to pawn me off to her sister with children, was already pretty much done, but that put a fork in it. So damn, bro, they try to keep you in the family, bro. God damn, that's wild, man.
That conversation.
Yeah. I said in the chat, there's a lot of questions I have for that super chat. Yes,
damn, that's wild.
Yeah,
pawns you off.
Hey man, you should have asked for the threesome, goddamn future nigga. I don't give a fuck if they were real sisters. You feel me? But hey man, listen, this is a great combo today, man. Went a little bit longer than I expected, but I think it was well worth it. Again, shout out to Anton, man. Like I said, black men are not the problem. Black men are not the problem. Black men are not the problem. That's the ultimate overarching message in this fucking situation, bro. All right, black men, stop letting people fucking tell you the ain't, can't, don't want rhetoric and all this fucking bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? Go out here, be the best possible version of yourself as you can be, bro, and everything else is going to fall into its proper place. But anyway, man, hey, make sure you guys like, share, comment, subscribe, all those great things. I'm Miss Fantastic 824 on all social media. Miss Fantastic 824 on Twitter, Facebook page, TikTok, Instagram, and of course here. But hey, man, I greatly appreciate y'all giving me a good hunk of your Sunday. Hopefully I ain't take up too much of your football watching. But that's that on that one. I'm gonna catch y'all next, man. Holla, we out.